Chapter 754. Xianyun Token. This is a storage ring. It's really extraordinary. Yang Hongwu's strength was exhausted. Fortunately, Shi Baoer and Nini were there to help him recover a lot. After killing the emissary of Tianyu realm, he left behind a ring. This ring was extraordinary. Ordinary equipment would have been destroyed by that terrifying power, but this ring was still intact. It seemed that it was not an ordinary storage ring. Looking at the ring, Yang Hongwu frowned. He had consumed too much energy and could not erase the spiritual imprint on it. However, Yang Hongwu was not in a hurry. He put away the ring. Everyone present was stunned. The emissary of Tianyu realm was killed by Yang Hongwu. He was too powerful. Many elders, especially those who were close to the emissary of Tianyu realm and did not have a good relationship with Yang Hongwu, looked pale. "Are you okay?" Seeing Yang Hongwu's pale face, Yuji was concerned. The others also looked worried. They knew how powerful the emissary of Tianyu realm was. No one was a match for him. His combat strength was at least at the Sage realm. If it were not for the suppression of the law, they would have been killed in one blow. Otherwise, they would not have been able to resist for so long. "I'm fine. I just consumed a lot of energy. Don't worry." Yang Hongwu smiled. "Boy, you're too powerful. What's your cultivation now?" Tengaka looked at Yang Hongwu and asked. "Fourth step, Venerable Realm," Yang Hongwu said. At this moment, his cultivation had already reached the limit, and he was only a step away from the Exalt Realm. However, it wasn't easy for him to take that step. This cultivation speed makes me feel ashamed." Tengaku and Tianjin looked at each other and smiled bitterly. Yang Hongwu's cultivation speed was too fast. It was unbelievable. "Well, let's go back first. There are so many people here." Yuji said. "That's right. This is not a good place to talk," Tianjin said. The group returned to Heavenly Spirit Peak. "Where have you been all this time?" Yuji asked. Yang Hongwu smiled and said, "I'm going to look for an opportunity to break through." Yang Hongwu roughly told her about the things that happened along the way. Of course, he didn't tell her about the curse. Yang Hongwu didn't want Yuji to worry. However, when Yuji heard that Yang Hongwu had another woman, she was jealous and pinched Yang Hongwu's waist fiercely. Although she knew that Yang Hongwu was destined to have many women, she still couldn't help but feel jealous. "You pervert. I don't have a choice." Yang Hongwu smiled bitterly. In fact, Yang Hongwu didn't want to. After all, he had enough women now. There were 6 in total. However, he was afraid that there would be more in the future. At least 9, or even more. What he was cultivating now was the 9 transformation yin-yang art. When the 9 transformation yin-yang art was cultivated to the extreme, it would become the 9 heavens divine dragon technique. He didn't know if the 9 heavens divine dragon technique would have such a requirement. But there was one thing that Yang Hongwu was very clear. If he didn't cultivate this technique, he would explode and die. If he didn't want to die, Yang Hongwu had to continue cultivating until he reached the Deshang realm. All of this was something that couldn't be helped. I'm telling you, except for women with purine body, if you provoke other women, I will teach you a lesson." Yuji threatened. Yang Hongwu nodded quickly. "Don't worry, big demon. Am I that kind of person? You guys are enough. If it weren't for the special situation, I would never provoke so many women." Yang Hongwu repeatedly promised. "You are a pervert." Yuji rolled her eyes at Yang Hongwu. "Is senior brother a pervert? That's not right. Senior brother is a human, not a wolf." At this time, little Miss Muddle came in and heard Yuji's words. Yang Hongwu smiled. Yuji's face turned slightly red. "Ahem, junior sister, are you looking for your senior brother?" Yuji asked. "Yes, I'm looking for senior brother for something. It's about the 10,000 kill needle." Little Miss Muddle said. "Okay, then I won't disturb you. However, your senior brother needs to rest. Don't delay too long." Yang Hongwu's injuries had not completely recovered, so Yuji said. "I know." Little Miss Muddle's thoughts were simple, but she was also very cute. Yang Hongwu also liked this little junior sister. "Little Miss Muddle, can you make the 10,000 kill needle?" After Yuji left, Yang Hongwu asked. The 10,000 kill needle was a huge killing weapon. It could be said to be a cheat. With that thing, he would have a huge guarantee in the 5 extreme space. The 10,000 kill needle was different from ordinary hidden weapons. The key was that it could be tracked, and it would not stop until one was dead. Another point was that the 10,000 kill needle did not need to consume too much spiritual power. This was the key point. As long as anyone had a little strength, even if he was only in the chi refining realm, he could activate it. Little Miss Muddle shook her head and said, "I can't make it now. I'm too weak. Moreover, I don't have the materials." "What cultivation do you need to reach to make it?" Yang Hongwu said, "As for the materials, it's not a problem. I'll find a way. Unless I reach the venerable realm, otherwise there's no way to make it. But my cultivation is only in the early stage of the divine realm." Although Little Miss Muddle's cultivation had been greatly improved, it was still far from enough. Little Miss Muddle had great talent in mechanisms, but in terms of cultivation, she was not so good. After all, she put most of her attention on mechanisms and other aspects, especially the Heavenly Craft Secret Record. Since Yang Hongwu obtained the Heavenly Craft Secret Record and gave it to Little Miss Muddle, she wholeheartedly studied the Heavenly Craft Secret Record and put aside cultivation. It had to be said that Little Miss Muddle had a unique advantage in this aspect. She might have inherited her ancestors' talent. It was also because of cultivating the Heavenly Craft Secret Record that her spiritual power improved very quickly. It was much faster than the improvement of her cultivation. Venerable Realm. Yang Hongwu frowned. This was a difficult problem. He had not reached the Venerable Realm yet. "By the way, senior brother, I've opened your storage ring." Yang Hongwu thought of many ways to open the storage ring that he obtained from killing the Heavenly Realm's emissary. Moreover, he found traces of mechanisms on it. Therefore, he gave the storage ring to Little Miss Muddle with the mentality of trying to let her study it. Unexpectedly, it was solved by Little Muddlehead, which surprised Yang Hongwu a little. This could be considered a pleasant surprise. "Great. Let me see if there's anything else in it. Is there a 10,000 kill needle?" Yang Hongwu received it happily. With a thought, he entered the storage ring. Chapter 755. Immortal Cloud, triple strike on the token. There were 2 words Immortal Cloud. Immortal Cloud token? Yang Hongwu grabbed the token in his hand. What was the origin of the Immortal Cloud token? What was it used for? Based on the fact that the token was placed together and occupied such a large space, it was likely that the token was no ordinary token. As the Immortal Cloud token was held in his hand, a wave of immortal spiritual chi poured into Yang Hongwu's body. It made him feel very comfortable, and the spiritual power in his body was circulating faster. Good stuff. Just based on this point alone, this token was not simple. It sped up the circulation of his magic power by more than 30%. This was under the condition that he did not cultivate on purpose. If he cultivated on purpose, the speed would be much faster. Immortal Cloud token. I didn't expect you to be so lucky to get the Immortal Cloud token. Xianming's voice rang in Yang Hongwu's ears. "Senior Xianming, you're awake?" Yang Hongwu was surprised when he heard Xianming's voice. Xianming was an ancestor sorcerer, and his strength was equivalent to a great emperor. "Yes." Xianming nodded. "It's all thanks to the rich spiritual chi in your clear sky pagoda. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to recover so quickly." Although Xianming's strength had not fully recovered, he could use 1% of his strength. 1% of his strength should not be underestimated. That was 1% of a great emperor's strength. Even a great sage expert would not be a match for him. With Xianming's help, he would have the confidence to do anything. "What is this Immortal Cloud token?" Yang Hongwu asked curiously. He wondered what it was that could make Xianming so surprised. The Immortal Cloud token is the pass to enter the Immortal Cloud Secret Realm. Xianming said, "The Immortal Cloud Secret Realm is an ancient secret realm in the Heaven Domain. It is said to be the inner world of the ancient Immortal Cloud Heavenly Emperor. There are countless treasures, cultivation techniques, and even the inheritance of the ancient Immortal Cloud Heavenly Emperor." Ancient Immortal Cloud Heavenly Emperor? Yang Hongwu was stunned. He had never heard of it. Who is he? Is he powerful? A heavenly emperor. A person who could become a heavenly emperor would definitely not be weak. The weakest one would be a great emperor. This was without a doubt. Of course, even if it was the inheritance of a great emperor, it would still attract people like a flock of ducks. Xianming said, "Of course he's powerful. He's an ancient heavenly sovereign. In ancient times, each great sovereign's strength was terrifying. They're much stronger than the current great sovereigns. An ancient great sovereign can fight against 3 great sovereigns now. That's the gap between them. Moreover, Immortal Cloud Heavenly Sovereign is the ruler of Heaven Domain." Yang Hongwu was deeply shaken when he heard this. The celestial emperors of the Heaven Domain were indeed terrifying. If that was the case, how many treasures would he have in his inner world? If he could obtain the entire Immortal Cloud Mystic Realm, or even the entire inheritance of the Immortal Cloud Heavenly Emperor, he would have truly struck it rich. Heavenly Emperor Immortal Cloud is no weaker than Great God Pangu. If you can obtain his inheritance and refine the entire Immortal Cloud Mystery Realm, your inner world will be comparable to the Chaos 3 realms when it grows, Xianming said. These words made Yang Hongwu's heart beat faster. The Chaos 3 realms was enormous. Although it wasn't comparable to the 9 heavens and 10 earths, it was still top-notch. Compared to the little evil demon world, it was much bigger. If he could obtain it, how much would his strength increase? It was simply unimaginable. However, he was still thinking too far ahead. Currently, it was still impossible for him to enter the Heaven Domain. He had to wait until everything was settled. At the very least, he had to get rid of the devil in the Earth Spirit Palace and Zetian before he could go to the Heaven Domain. Seems like my luck is pretty good. Yang Hongwu listened to Xianming's words and kept the Immortal Cloud token after playing with it for a while. "Let's get it to recognize you as its owner first," Xianming said. "After the Immortal Cloud token recognizes you as its owner, it will be of great help to your cultivation. It won't be any worse than the Clear Sky Pagoda. Recognize me as its owner? This token can recognize its owner?" Of course. When Xianming heard this, he looked at Yang Hongwu as if he had heard a joke. Heavenly Emperor Immortal Cloud is a heavenly emperor. How can his item be simple? If I'm not wrong, if you succeed in recognizing me as your owner, you will receive some benefits, secret techniques, or something else. Of course, whether you can succeed in recognizing me as your owner will depend on your strength. Small matter. Yang Hongwu was very confident about this. After speaking, Yang Hongwu dripped a drop of blood on the Immortal Cloud token. When the blood landed on the Immortal Cloud token, it emitted a 7-colored light. The drop of blood immediately entered the token. Immortal Cloud Strike. A stream of information rushed into Yang Hongwu's mind. There was an additional secret technique. The level of this secret technique was unknown. However, Yang Hongwu was shocked. This was definitely an Emperor technique. It might even surpass an ordinary Emperor technique. What a good Immortal Cloud Strike. After familiarizing himself with it, Yang Hongwu opened his eyes. Compared to the Jingshan finger that he had cultivated, this wasn't weak at all. "You've obtained the Immortal Cloud Strike?" When Xianming heard Yang Hongwu's words, he didn't know what to say. This young man's luck was simply too heaven-defying. After entering the sorcerer world, he had obtained the Pangu True Body Technique and the inheritance of the great god Pangu. After killing the emissary of the Heaven region, he had obtained an Immortal Cloud token and the strongest secret technique of Heavenly Emperor Immortal Cloud, the Immortal Cloud Strike. It's a pity that it's incomplete, Yang Hongwu said with a regretful tone. There are a total of 3 moves in the Immortal Cloud secret technique. I've only obtained the first move. Don't be greedy. Even if it's just a single move, it's still very scary. Back then, there were dozens of Heavenly Emperors who died in the hands of Heavenly Emperor Immortal Cloud Strike. Xianming said snappily, "If you can cultivate this Immortal Cloud Strike to the extreme, it'll be enough for you to move unhindered in the Heaven region." So powerful. Although Yang Hongwu knew that the Immortal Cloud Strike was very powerful, he didn't expect it to be so fierce. In terms of attack, this Immortal Cloud Strike is much stronger than your Jingshan finger, Xianming said. Of course, if you can obtain the complete Immortal Cloud Strike, it'll be even more powerful. The Immortal Cloud secret technique has 3 moves. Each move is stronger than the last. Senior brother, what's in the ring? At this moment, Little Muddle's voice pulled Yang Hongwu back to reality. Ah, yes, there's a lot of things. Yang Hongwu's lips curled up slightly. In the ring of the emissary of the heaven region, there wasn't only the Immortal Cloud token, there were also many good things, such as spiritual herbs and gems. These were all very precious and couldn't be found in the ancient region. Chapter 756. Zetian of the Demonic Path. Just as Yang Hongwu was about to take out the items from the ring, a message appeared in Yang Hongwu's mind. Demon Saint Kong Xiao. Yang Hongwu was surprised. He had not expected that the one who sent him the message this time would be Demon Saint Kong Xiao. This fella had been separated back then, and there was no news from him. But now, he had sent him a message. To think that it's a message for help. Yang Hongwu thought back for a moment. He did not know when that fella had left a mark on his body. He had to admit that that fella was really something. He had left a mark on his body, and he had not noticed it at all. No wonder he was Kong Xiao's doppelganger. Yang Hongwu, save me. Where? Yang Hongwu asked. This was a message imprint. It consumed a lot of energy, much more than a message talisman. Most people would not use such a method. For Demon Saint Kong Xiao to use such a method, he must have really met with a life and death crisis. Otherwise, no one would do such a thing. Such a secret technique would consume one source of energy. Demon Saint Kong Xiao sent a thought into Yang Hongwu's mind. After a location appeared, the connection between him and Demon Saint Kong Xiao was cut off. Senior brother, what's wrong? Little Miss Muddle asked. Something's wrong, Little Miss Muddle. Take the items in this ring for yourself. Yang Hongwu tossed the ring to Little Miss Muddle. There should be materials for creating the 10,000 kill needle inside. Study it carefully. Even though there's no way to create the real 10,000 kill needle, see if you can create a simplified version. If there was a simplified version, that would be good too. Therefore, Yang Hongwu did not hesitate. He tossed the ring and the items inside to Little Miss Muddle. Senior brother, you're giving me all of this? Looking at the countless treasures inside, Little Miss Muddle was a little dumbfounded. She had not expected Yang Hongwu to give her all of these precious items. Yes, Yang Hongwu smiled and said, these things are actually not very useful to me. I hope that you could develop the 10,000 kill needle. At that time, even if I'm not around, Heavenly Spirit Peak will be safe, and I will not have to worry about you guys getting hurt. Don't worry, senior brother. I will definitely make the 10,000 kill needles. Little Miss Muddle clenched her small fist and waved it around. You can definitely do it. I believe in you. Yang Hongwu rubbed Little Miss Muddle's head, and then his figure flashed out of the courtyard. Husband, where are you going? Seeing that Yang Hongwu was about to leave, Yuji hurriedly asked. I have something to do, Yang Hongwu said. Aren't you going to see your sisters? Yuji asked. The matter is urgent. They will understand. Moreover, we don't know how long it will take for them to come out of seclusion, Yang Hongwu said. Don't worry. Almost 10 days. Within 10 days, I will definitely be back. Then don't go back on your words. Otherwise, my sisters and I will not let you go. Yuji said, also, you have to be careful. You have to remember that your life does not belong to you alone. It belongs to us sisters. Okay. Yang Hongwu was touched. He hugged Yuji and kissed her on the lips. I'm leaving. Cultivate well. Yuji's current cultivation was still too weak. However, with Xianming's help, it would be much better. This time, Yang Hongwu did not bring Xianming because Yang Hongwu was worried that Zetian and the patriarch of the Z family would make a move on the Tianyi Immortal Mansion. Of course, the most important thing was the Tianyi Domain. He had killed the Tianyi Domain's envoy. In the Tianyi Domain, it would be strange if the person behind Sun Nung did not make a move. Yang Hongwu was worried about this, so he asked Xianming to stay. After arranging everything, Yang Hongwu used the secret technique of void travel and teleported out. Then, he directly used the Great Shift Talisman to teleport. Soon, Yang Hongwu appeared in a mountain range. This mountain range was barren. At a glance, there was almost no trace of life. This was an ancient relic, an ancient battlefield that was filled with demonic aura. This was a suitable place for demon Saint Kong Chio to cultivate. What kind of enemy did he encounter here that made him ask for help? In truth, Yang Hongwu didn't have to come to Devil Sage Kong Chio's rescue. However, he gave Yang Hongwu a reason to come. 9. Pearl. To be exact, it was not called 9 Pearl, but Clear Sky Pagoda Pearl. It was the Clear Sky Pagoda Pearl. The Clear Sky Pagoda was not complete. However, the incomplete Clear Sky Pagoda was already so powerful. If he could obtain the complete Clear Sky Pagoda, how powerful and terrifying would it be? Bang! A huge force exploded. Yang Hongwu looked over and saw two figures. One of them was Demon Saint Kong Chio. However, Kong Chio was in a sorry state. He was being hit here and there like a sandbag. Yang Hongwu took a deep breath. There was no law suppression here. Demon Saint Kong Chio's strength could erupt with the strength of a great saint. However, in front of that guy, he could not withstand a single blow. He did not have the strength to fight back. Who was this guy? Yang Hongwu looked over. When he saw the person's face clearly, his face changed. This guy looked exactly like Zetian. However, his aura was very different from Zetian's. Zetian looked sharp, and there was no demonic energy around him. However, this guy's demonic energy soared to the sky. Yang Hongwu had a bad premonition in his heart. Could this guy be another clone of the great demon that was suppressed by the soul-suppressing tablet in the Earth Spirit Palace? If that was the case, it would be terrifying. He estimated that the soul-suppressing tablet would not be able to suppress him for long. Yang Hongwu, you're here. That's great. Quickly deal with this guy. I can't hold on any longer. Demon Saint Kong Chio was also an extremely arrogant person. If not for the fact that he could not hold on any longer, he would not have asked Yang Hongwu for help. Here comes another one. Hey, it's Yang Hongwu. Seeing the appearance of Yang Hongwu, the person who looked like Zetian laughed. Gonna die now? You're Zetian? When Yang Hongwu heard the other party's words, he was sure that this guy was Zetian. Only Zetian would say such things to him. Could it be that Zetian had awakened his demonic memories? If that was the case, then everything made sense. Haha, you even forgot about me. Zetian laughed wildly. Your progress is really slow. It's so boring to kill you so easily. Kill me? Dream on. Yang Hongwu said coldly. You're just a loser. Loser? Zetian's face twisted. Then let's see who's the loser. As he spoke, Zetian raised his hands and punched out with both fists. Two streams of terrifying devil chi condensed and transformed into two terrifying devil gods. Their murderous aura soared, and the devil flames soared into the sky. It was as if the entire world was going to collapse. Die for me. Chapter 757. A doppelganger at this time. Zetian's strength shocked Yang Hongwu. He was too powerful. The places where the two demon gods attacked turned into nothingness. Damn it. Battle Spirit Possession. Yang Hongwu did not hesitate and activated his strongest combat power. 9 Dragons Saint Body. Not only did he activate the Battle Spirit Possession, but he also released the most powerful 9 Dragons Saint Body. Panga's Power. Condense. Even if Yang Hongwu activated the power of the 9 Dragons Saint Body, the 9 Dragons Dragon Soul roared in the void, and a huge power soared to the sky. But there was no way to resist the terrifying power of Zetian. Divine Dragon Destruction. The majestic power condensed into the physical body of a divine dragon and rushed out. Bang! The two monstrous forces collided with each other, setting off a huge shockwave. The shockwave that erupted from this terrifying force shattered everything in the surroundings. The ground was shattered layer by layer and collapsed. The space also collapsed. The space had no way to resist the impact of this terrifying force. This force had exceeded the limit of space. Yang Hongwu's body was sent flying by the huge force. Zetian was also not in a good condition. He was also sent flying by this powerful force. After stabilizing, Yang Hongwu's eyes burst out with cold light, and his aura locked on Zetian. Demon Killing Finger. The The majestic magical power burst out and condensed into a huge finger. This finger seemed to be condensed from the immemorial divine realm. It was an ancient power that could destroy all evil. Golden light shrouded the world. A mysterious divine sound faintly resounded between heaven and earth. Divine light burst out, and ancient gods appeared in the void. The real power of the demon-killing finger had awakened. It summoned the real ancient gods' phantoms. How is this possible? Zetion's eyes widened when he saw the phantoms of the ancient deities. He turned pale with fright. Those were the real ancient deities, not the so-called deities of the deities' realm or the so-called gods of heaven. These were true ancient gods. Each of them could control the power of the world and could destroy countless worlds with a flick of their fingers. The phantoms of the demon gods that Zetion had summoned were no match for the real gods' phantoms. In an instant, it was crushed and shattered by the huge finger and the golden divine light. It completely disappeared into the void, as if it had never been born. Then Yang Hongwu's golden finger hit Zetion's chest. Zetion's body shook, and a huge hole appeared in his chest. The finger shattered Zetion's heart and turned it into nothingness. Yang Hongwu, you are indeed worthy of being my opponent, my destined opponent. Zetion did not show the fear of death as Yang Hongwu had expected. Instead, he showed an incredulous smile. His body was dissipating, but he was very calm. Yang Hongwu, you did not disappoint me. However, you're not my opponent now. In the 5 extreme space, I will destroy you. The Jiutian Shidi is destined to crawl under my feet. No one can stop me. I will become the real master of the Jiutian Shidi. Ha! Ha! Yang Hongwu, you can't stop me. Moreover, you will become my strength and help me reach the real peak. I will take back your right hand. After saying that, Zetion's body completely disappeared into the void. Damn it, it's just the phantoms. Yang Hongwu took a deep breath. He had just consumed a lot of energy. At this time, his face was a little pale. Phantoms. Demon Saint Kong Chio's face changed. He did not expect that Zetion would be so terrifying. It was just the phantoms. It could be seen that Yang Hongwu and Zetion were rivals. They had known each other for a long time. Who was that guy? Demon Saint Kong Chio looked at Yang Hongwu and said, how can he be so terrifying? Demon Saint Kong Chio was shocked by Yang Hongwu's growth. This guy's strength had increased tremendously. The last time he saw him, his strength was far from this level. Moreover, his strength was even more terrifying now. His physical body was not simple at all. Plus, his finger just now had summoned the phantom of an ancient god. Although it was just a trace of his strength, it was still very terrifying. If Yang Hongwu wanted to kill him, Demon Saint Kong Chio believed that he could not stop him. That guy is called Zetion. He is the reincarnation of a terrifying devil. Yang Hongwu did not hide anything and said directly, what? Are you kidding me? Demon Saint Kong Chio sucked in a breath of cold air. That was just the reincarnation of a devil's consciousness. Then, how terrifying would that devil's true body be? Do you know about the soul-suppressing tablet? Yang Hongwu asked. Soul-suppressing tablet? The legendary weapon of heaven and earth? An existence that surpasses Pangu's axe? Demon Saint Kong Chio was shocked. Weapon of heaven and earth. The soul-suppressing tablet is known as the weapon of heaven and earth. It is the strongest existence among the soul weapons. It is even stronger than Panga's axe. In the Chaos 3 worlds, Panga's axe is a chaos spiritual treasure. In the 9 heavens and 10 earths, the soul-suppressing tablet is known as the weapon of heaven and earth. In other words, it is an existence that surpasses Emperor weapons. Demon Saint Kong Chio said, surpasses Emperor weapons, weapon of heaven and earth. Yang Hongwu had always thought that the soul-suppressing tablet was just a super powerful Emperor weapon. He did not expect that the soul-suppressing tablet was an existence that surpassed Emperor weapons. You mean to say that the soul-suppressing tablet surpasses Panga's axe and is equivalent to the chaos treasure of the Chaos 3 worlds? Yang Hongwu asked. Panga's axe was known as the Chaos spiritual treasure in the Chaos Three Worlds. Something that was even stronger than the Chaos spiritual treasure was the Chaos treasure. No, it is a level higher than the Chaos treasure. Demon Saint Kong Chio said, the level of the Panga's axe is called the Chaos level. The level that surpasses the Chaos level is called the Primordial level. The complete, soul-suppressing tablet should be a primordial spiritual treasure. Demon Saint Kong Chio said, primordial spiritual treasure? Yang Hongwu took a deep breath. He did not expect that the origin of the soul-suppressing tablet would be so great. Forget it. Let's not think about it anymore. Even though the soul-suppressing tablet was good, Yang Hongwu did not care about it. After all, with his current strength, it was impossible for him to control it. Furthermore, there was a terrifying demon sealed within the soul-suppressing tablet. If he wanted to obtain the soul-suppressing tablet, he would have to eliminate that demon. However, eliminating that demon was easier said than done. If the soul-suppressing tablet was truly a treasure of that level, how terrifying would the strength of that demon be? How many years would he have to cultivate before he could reach that level? Chapter 758. Secret Palace. Where's the clear sky pagoda pearl? Yang Hongwu looked at Demon Saint Kong Chio. This fellow wanted him to save him, but he wanted to give him a clear sky pagoda pearl. I don't have it, Demon Saint Kong Chio said. Yang Hongwu's eyes shone with a cold light. Are you playing with me? Even though this was Kong Sheng's demonic doppelganger, so what? If he dared to play with him, he could still kill him. Yang Hongwu did not believe that if he killed this fella, Demon Saint Kong would really come back and attack him. Yang Hongwu knew that Kong Sheng was the same as the other sages of the three realms who came to the 9 heavens 10 earths. They were all no longer in the 9 heavens 10 earths. They should have gone to a higher level. Don't be agitated. Seeing Yang Hongwu's killing intent erupting out like an Azura from hell, the devil Saint Kong Chio was taken aback as well. This fellow's killing intent was even more terrifying than him, a devil cultivator. Just who in the world was he? Not agitated? Of course I won't be agitated. However, if you don't give me a reasonable explanation, I will really kill you. Yang Hongwu said coldly. Cough, cough. Demon Saint Kong Chio swallowed his saliva and coughed twice. The killing intent of this fellow was scary, really scary. Even though he had seen countless demons, he had never seen one as scary as this. The surrounding air seemed to have solidified. This was even scarier than the Ztion just now. Just what was up with this fella? Could this be the reason why his cultivation base could break through so quickly? Even though I don't have the Clear Sky Pagoda Pearl, the Clear Sky Pagoda Pearl is in this secret palace. Demon Saint Kong Chio pointed at a formation in the distance. You're saying that this is a secret palace? Yang Hongwu looked ahead. The formation there was indeed strange. Clearly, it wasn't that simple. If it was an ordinary formation, Yang Hongwu would have seen through it long ago. But Yang Hongwu looked around and realized that this formation wasn't that simple. Yang Hongwu's array formation skills had greatly improved. In addition, even Mao Er's delusion breaker, it could not see through it. Then this array formation was really not ordinary. That's right. If it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have met that guy. The devil Saint Kong Chio smiled bitterly. As the devil Dao avatar of Kong Sheng, he was naturally extraordinary. He had discovered this secret palace a long time ago. However, at that time, he wasn't strong enough. Coupled with the fact that he was being chased by the God-refining Great Emperor, he didn't have the time to come to this secret palace. But he didn't expect that he would encounter a freak like Ztion when he came here to explore the secret palace. If he didn't ask for help from Yang Hongwu, he would probably die here. How do you know that there is a clear sky pagoda pearl here? Yang Hongwu asked. The tower pearl I gave you before was obtained from here. The devil Saint Kong Chio said, I suspect that the Clear Sky Emperor came here before. This secret palace might even be a place of inheritance of the Clear Sky Emperor. Clear Sky was a boy under Hongjun. Later on, he became the Jade Emperor. However, that was just a rumor. The real Clear Sky Emperor's strength was not that simple. His status was actually equal to that of ancestor Hongjun. Clear Sky was one of the 3,000 demon gods before Pangu created the world. During the chaos, each of the 3,000 chaotic demon gods represented a great way. This was the origin of the 3,000 great ways in the untainted three realms. The Clear Sky Emperor was one of the 3,000 chaotic demon gods. He was very powerful and extraordinary. The reason why he became a boy under ancestor Hongjun was because of a deal between the two of them. Clear Sky Emperor wasn't his real body, but just an avatar. Of course, there were only 3 people who knew about this. One was Hongjun, the other was Clear Sky himself, and the last was the Empress. Clear Sky Emperor? It's the Clear Sky Emperor. The strength of the Clear Sky Emperor is extremely terrifying. When Tao ancestor Hongjun came to the 9 heavens and 10 earths, he was at the same level as him. That Clear Sky Pagoda should be his treasure. Devil Saint Kong, Chiu stated. Yang Hanwu had never been able to figure out the origin of the Clear Sky Pagoda. Even after the weapon spirit of the Clear Sky Pagoda, Xinyu, woke up, Yang Hanwu did not really know. Master, there is indeed my aura here. Xinyu appeared at this moment and communicated with Yang Hanwu through his mind. All right, I'll believe you this time. Yang Hanwu said, how do I get in? I have no way to open this formation. Demon Saint Kong Chiu laughed bitterly. Back then, I borrowed his power to enter this place. Now that he has already left the 9 heavens 10 earths, the distance is simply too far. I have no way of borrowing his power anymore. Yang Hanwu knew who the devil Saint Kong Chiu was talking about. It was the real Kong Sheng. Get out of the way. Since he had no other way, Yang Hanwu could only try using the formation-breaking pill and restriction-breaking pill. One by one, the pills flew out and turned into bright beams of light that landed in the surroundings. Yang Hanwu threw out a series of hand seals. These were hand seals that complemented the formation-breaking pill and restriction-breaking pill. These hand seals were extremely mysterious. This was also something that Yang Hanwu had obtained from the pill mantra back then. As Yang Hanwu's strength increased, the power of these hand seals increased as well. But of course, the higher the grade of the pills that were cultivated, the easier it would be to break through formations and restrictions. Open for me. The meridians of Yang Hongwu's hands bulged out one by one as a boundless amount of energy burst out along the meridians of his arms. It formed into a gigantic hand seal. Boom! Coupled with those pills, the entire world quaked. A series of cracks appeared in the void as the formation was broken. A beam of light appeared as a terrifying aura leaked out from the formation. This terrifying energy formed a horrifying gale that blew the two of them off their feet. The trees and boulders in the surroundings were instantly crushed by this terrifying energy. What a terrifying energy! Holy Demon Kong Xiu was shocked after dodging the impact of this terrifying energy. There wasn't such a terrifying impact the last time. Holy Demon Kong Xiu was puzzled. Feeling that something was wrong, his face turned solemn. Seeing that Yang Hongwu was about to walk forward, he hurriedly said, "Be careful. The last time I went in, there wasn't such a terrifying energy leaking out." "It's fine." Yang Hongwu waved his hand. This formation was indeed terrifying. Even though he had broken through it, it was only a small crack. Furthermore, from the looks of it, this crack would be repaired soon. If he didn't go in now, it would take a lot of energy to go in after it was repaired. Yang Hongwu didn't have that much energy to waste. "There's no harm in being careful," Holy Demon Kong Xiu said. Chapter 759. How Ian Devil Suppressing World here? After Yang Hongwu entered the secret palace, his body shook. Terrifying great devils filled the entire space. The strength of these devils was extremely terrifying. Each and every one of them was staring at Yang Hongwu. This caused Yang Hongwu to feel them all over. What the hell is this place? This? Devil Saint Kong Xiu was also stunned. He never thought that he would encounter such a situation after entering this space. This is not right. The last time I came here, there weren't so many devils. Roar! Those horrifying fiends howled as they charged towards Yang Hongwu and Kong Xiu, baring their fangs and brandishing their claws. Let's go. What kind of joke was this? These devils were too terrifying. There were too many of them, and they were very powerful. Yang Hongwu knew that his battle spirit possession was about to end. Although he could resist them for a while, he wouldn't be able to resist them for too long. These devils were too weak. If there were only a dozen of them, he would be able to kill them. But now, it was impossible for him to do so. Ooh! Yang Hongwu took a deep breath and used Dragon Soaring 9 Heavens. Now that Yang Hongwu's strength was increasing rapidly, Dragon Soaring 9 Heavens was also increasing rapidly. It had already reached the highest realm. Dragon Soaring 9 Heavens was used. 9 divine dragons soared into the sky. After dozens of breaths of time, Yang Hongwu fled several hundred li away. Originally, Yang Hongwu planned to use the Void Shuttle secret technique. However, he was surprised to find that there was no way to travel in this space. He couldn't use the Yin-Yang 5 Revolutions Void Shuttle. This made Yang Hongwu incomparably depressed. What the hell was this place? Even the Yin-Yang Void Shuttle couldn't be used. However, fortunately, Yang Hongwu managed to get rid of those devils. He looked at Devil St. Kong Chio and said, "Speak, what is going on here? The devils here are too terrifying." In truth, the devils here were too terrifying. If this wasn't the ancient domain, Yang Hongwu would have thought that he had entered the real demon world. "I know where this place is." Xian Yu's voice rang out beside Yang Hongwu's ears. "Where?" Yang Hongwu hurriedly asked. "This place is the Clear Sky Devil Suppression World. It is the world where the Clear Sky Emperor suppressed the devils back then." Xian Yu said, "Haotian Demon Suppressing World, the place where Emperor Haotian suppressed demons?" Yang Hongwu's eyes widened when he heard this. "Xian Yu, how did you know?" "Of course I know. I'm a weapon of the heavens and earth created by the Haotian Emperor. However, I haven't fully recovered yet. But when I entered this place, I recovered some of my memories. In fact, this Haotian Demon Suppression World is also a part of me." Xian Yu said, "You're saying that this vast heaven devil suppressing world is also a part of the vast heaven pagoda?" When Yang Hongwu heard this, he was even more shocked. Weapon of heaven and earth. The Haotian pagoda was actually a weapon of heaven and earth. Then what was the background of the Haotian Emperor? He was actually so terrifying that he could even forge a weapon of heaven and earth. "Yes," Xian Yu said. "Then, can you control this Haotian demon suppression world now? Or can you integrate this Haotian demon suppression world into the vast heaven pagoda?" Yang Hongwu thought for a while and asked, "If the Haotian demon suppression world could be integrated into the vast heaven pagoda, then the power of the vast heaven pagoda would increase tremendously. It might even become a true weapon of heaven and earth. In that case, it would be really awesome." "Master, it's not that simple." Xian Yu smiled bitterly and said, "Although the Haotian demon suppression world is a part of the vast heaven pagoda, in fact, it can also be separated. If you want to integrate it into the vast heaven pagoda, Master's strength must be at the peak of the great emperor realm." It can't be." When Yang Hongwu heard this, he was a little dumbfounded. Peak of the great emperor realm. If he was at the peak of the great emperor realm, then he wouldn't need to rely on weapons. With that kind of strength, he could destroy heaven and earth with a raise of his hand. At that time, even if the real demon sealed in the soul-suppressing tablet came out, Yang Hongwu was confident that he could deal with it easily and eliminate it. In short, it's impossible to integrate the Haotian demon suppression world now. "Master, you should look for the vast heaven pagoda pearl," Xian Yu said. "All right, look for the vast heaven pagoda pearl." When Yang Hongwu heard Xian Yu's words, he could only nod his head. Although he was a little disappointed, there was nothing he could do. "You should be able to sense the existence of the vast heaven pagoda pearl, right?" "Yes." Xian Yu nodded. "It's in the southwest direction." "Southwest." Yang Hongwu was stunned. Southwest direction. Wasn't it the place where he had just run out? If he were to go back, wouldn't he have to face those demons again? Yang Hongwu smiled bitterly. He had just escaped, and now he had to go back to die. "Xian Yu, are you kidding?" "Southwest direction. That's the direction where we had just escaped. There are too many demons there. I have no way to deal with them now," Yang Hongwu said helplessly. "Or Do you have a way to deal with those demons? Of course, I'm not asking Master to go there now. Xianyu said, if Master can cultivate the vast heaven demon suppression art, then you can suppress those demons here. Vast heaven demon suppression art? Where is it? How do I cultivate it? Yang Hongwu was surprised. Vast heaven demon suppression art. Was this the art that the vast heaven emperor had cultivated? It's in the vast heaven demon suppression world. I don't know where exactly it is. Whether you can find it or not depends on your luck. Xianyu said. Yang Hongwu smiled bitterly. Luck was luck. This meant that it all depended on luck. But then again, his luck had always been pretty good. Perhaps he might really be able to obtain that so-called Haoyan devil suppressing art. All right, let's go forward, Yang Hongwu said and began to move forward. Aren't you going to take a rest? Demon Saint Kong Qiu had just recovered a little from his exhaustion. Seeing Yang Hongwu beginning to move, he hurriedly asked, let's go. We don't have time to waste. Yang Hongwu said, if you don't want to leave, you can wait for those demons to come. All right, you're a demon too. Maybe you can refine them to improve yourself? Demon Saint Kong Qiu rolled his eyes. What Lin Fan said was true, but to refine those demons was easier said than done. He had not recovered from his injuries and could not win against them. Moreover, he knew that Yang Hongwu's right hand contained a terrifying power. It was also the power of a demon, and it was not the power of an ordinary demon. It was probably the power of an ancestor demon. Once it was unleashed, it would make him tremble in fear. If it was unleashed, these demons would not even be enough to fill the gaps between his teeth. Chapter 760. The Might of the Immortal Cloud. Not good, there's a great devil. Not long after, Yang Hongwu's expression changed slightly. He hadn't expected his luck to be so bad. Walking in this direction, he also encountered a big devil. This devil was even stronger than the ones he had encountered before. Let's go. Demon Saint Kong Qiu was also depressed. He was a great Kong saint, but now he had to run away. If this were to spread out, how embarrassing would that be? It's too late. The speed of the devil was extremely fast. In the blink of an eye, it appeared in front of the two, blocking their way. Human cultivator, I did not expect that after so many years, there would be a human cultivator here. This devil had a ferocious face and a bizarre appearance. That was especially true of the horn on its head, which was covered with mysterious devil markings. Devil horns and devil markings indicated that this was a high-level existence within the Fiend Devil tribe. Get out of the way, don't block our way, Yang Hongwu said coldly. There's a hateful aura on you, and also the aura of my evil demon race. The devil looked at Yang Hongwu curiously. Yang Hongwu's face sank. The hateful aura was probably the aura of the Clear Sky Pagoda. These guys were all devils that were caught by the Clear Sky Monarch. They would definitely not welcome the aura of the Clear Sky Pagoda. As for the aura of the evil demon race, it was probably his own little evil demon world. Of course, it could also be his own devil hand. Come here. The devil stretched out its hand and grabbed at Yang Hongwu. A terrifying energy swept across the sky. This energy was so terrifying that it felt like it was going to reach the peak of heaven and earth. Yang Hongwu and Demon Saint Kong Qiu felt a terrifying pressure. An irresistible force was pulling them over. Damn it! Demon Saint Kong Qiu roared and waved the sword in his hand. A terrifying sword chi slashed out, cutting that terrifying devil chi apart. However, it was all in vain. Although Demon Saint Kong Qiu's sword chi was powerful, it could not withstand this powerful devil chi. Yang Hongwu's eyes shot out golden light. Devil-slaying finger. A huge finger appeared from the void, and a golden light shrouded that devil. What an annoying aura. The demon head opened its mouth and spat out a stream of demonic chi. That stream of demonic chi struck the golden finger. Crack! The golden demon slaying finger immediately collapsed and dissipated. Little fellow, don't waste your effort. It's useless. You're too weak. You're not even an exalt. You're no match for me. The devil sneered. Humph! A thought flashed through Yang Hongwu's mind. Didn't he get a powerful cultivation technique after killing the Tianyu emissary? That was the secret technique of Heavenly Emperor Immortal Cloud. It was not weaker than the Devil Extermination Finger that he cultivated. In fact, it could even be said to be stronger. Now, let's try this Immortal Cloud 3 strikes. Immortal Cloud Strike. Surging magical powers gathered together, forming a vast immortal cloud within his body. This vast immortal cloud contained an unparalleled power of the laws. All the spirit chi within the Hao-Ian demon suppression world gathered together and formed into an immortal cloud. This immortal cloud was exactly the same as the immortal cloud that Yang Hongwu had formed with his magical powers. However, its power was even more terrifying and immense. Above the immortal cloud, there were mysterious runes. These runes contained a mysterious power. It could gather all the spirit chi in the surroundings. What's this secret technique? Looking at this secret technique, the demon Saint Kong Xiu was stunned. He had not expected that Yang Hongwu would have such a powerful secret technique that was so mysterious. Is this the offensive secret technique of Heavenly Emperor Immortal Cloud? Looking at the secret technique that Yang Hongwu had unleashed, the demon head was equally shocked. His expression became extremely solemn. World-shaking martial demon fist. That demon head roared out as he punched out with both fists. Those gigantic fists were filled with a surging amount of demonic power. This surging amount of demonic power seemed as though it could shatter the entire world and cause the universe to collapse. Boom! The gigantic immortal cloud exploded as it shot out a terrifying beam of light towards that demon head. That demon head threw out a terrifying punch as well. The two forces collided heavily against each other. Boom! Boom! The tremendous impact of the collision caused an earth-shattering sound to be heard. That horrifying shockwave spread out in all directions. The entire space could not withstand the impact of this horrifying power and started to crumble. The ground caved in immediately. Retreat. Demon Saint Kong Xiu saw that Yang Hongwu seemed to have expended a huge amount of energy. He pulled him up and retreated madly, afraid that they would be hit by this horrifying power. He knew that this power was not something that he could withstand. If he were to be hit by this power, he would definitely be injured. After the dust settled, Yang Hongwu had recovered quite a bit. As for that demon head, even though he was not dead, he was severely injured. The demonic horn on his head was dimmed. However, those demonic runes on the demonic horn looked extremely creepy. They were still flickering continuously. Looking at Yang Hongwu, that demon head's face contorted as he said in a deep voice, "This is truly out of my expectations. To think that you would have obtained the inheritance of the Heavenly Emperor Immortal Cloud. If not for that bastard Immortal Cloud, I would not have been suppressed here by Hao-Ian. Since you are the disciple of Immortal Cloud, I will make sure that you suffer a fate worse than death." As he said that, the face of that demon head turned even more malevolent. His gigantic body started to change. His body started to enlarge, turning into a gigantic demonic bull. This is the heaven-breaking demonic bull race. Demon Saint Kong Xiu saw that demon head reverting to his original form and could not help but exclaim out, "Those demonic runes on his body. He is the ancestor demon of the heaven-breaking demonic bull race." Ancestor demon. How strong was that? The heaven-breaking demonic bull was extremely strong. They were one of the strongest races of the demon race. And this guy was the ancestor demon of the heaven-breaking demonic bull race. That was even more horrifying. No wonder this guy knew about the Heavenly Emperor Immortal Cloud. Furthermore, he was suppressed by the Heavenly Emperor Immortal Cloud and the Hao-Ian Emperor together. The strength of both the Heavenly Emperor Immortal Cloud and the Hao-Ian Emperor were extremely horrifying. Each of them possessed strength that was unimaginably strong. To think that this guy would require the combined strength of both of them to seal him here. This showed just how horrifying his strength was. Master, use the Hao-Ian Pagoda to attack him. At this moment, Xianyu spoke up. All right. Yang Hongwu did not have any other ideas. The strength of this guy was way too horrifying. That strike earlier on had taken a huge toll on him. And yet, he was still unable to kill this demon head. Since Xian Yu said that he should use the Haotian pagoda, she should have her reasons. Yang Hongwu waved his hand, and a small pagoda appeared. The appearance of this small pagoda triggered the power of the entire Haotian demon suppressing world. Chapter 761. Haotian Phantom. The concentration of spiritual qi was getting more and more shocking, forming a gigantic vortex. The Haotian pagoda flew up and absorbed the spiritual qi in a frenzy, as though it wanted to suck the spiritual qi dry. The gigantic vortex seemed to have turned into a spiritual qi storm. What terrifying spiritual qi! Yang Hongwu took in a deep breath. He did not expect the appearance of the Haotian pagoda to cause such a situation. But this was good too. The terrifying spiritual qi seemed to have stopped the demon from attacking. Just then, a gigantic phantom appeared. That huge shadow was a human figure. His body was filled with an ethereal and supreme majesty. He wore a tall crown on his head and stood there, giving off an awe-inspiring aura without being angry. Haotian, it's you, Haotian. When the devil saw the illusory figure, he was instantly enraged. He roared and punched the illusory figure again and again with his terrifying fists. The phantom of the Haotian emperor? Yang Hongwu was stunned. This was unbelievable. Old master. Xian Yu looked at the phantom and mumbled to herself. Bastard, I've sealed you for so many years, but you haven't changed at all. The Haotian emperor looked at the demon and said coldly. With a light wave of his right hand, he formed an invisible force and blocked the terrifying attack of the demon. It seemed like the heaven-breaking demon bull was not on the same level as the Haotian emperor. Haotian, you can't kill me. When my real body comes out, it will be the time of your death. The difference in strength was too great. The heaven-breaking demon bull was not a match at all. Go. The Haotian emperor waved his right hand, and a mysterious seal appeared, wrapping the heaven-breaking demon bull in it. Then, it turned into a white light and was sent into a gigantic stone tablet. The stone tablet was suppressing a huge black bull. That black bull was most likely the main body of the heaven-breaking demonic bull. Senior, after dealing with all this, the Haotian emperor turned around and looked at Yang Hongwu, Xian Yu, and Demon Saint Kong Qiu. Old master. Not bad, not bad. As expected of his disciple. Looking at Yang Hongwu, the Supreme Sky Emperor nodded continuously. Yang Hongwu was confused. He didn't know who the Clear Sky Emperor was referring to. Was it God-refining Great Emperor, Immortal Cloud Heavenly Emperor, or Great God Pangu? In any case, these few experts had all received their legacies. Little you have to help Yang Hongwu. Haotian Emperor looked at Xian Yu with a kind expression, as if he was a father looking at his own daughter. Old master, I missed you so much. Xian Yu pounced on the Haotian Emperor and sobbed. When Yang Hongwu saw this scene, he could not believe that Xian Yu had such a side to her. All right, stop crying. You won't be pretty if you keep crying. Haotian Emperor patted her head and said, Senior, do you have a way to help Xian Yu recover completely? Yang Hongwu raised his head and asked the Haotian Emperor, I can't do anything about this. You can only rely on yourself. The Haotian Emperor shook his head and said, I'm just a strand of divine consciousness. Moreover, this strand of divine consciousness is going to dissipate soon. I can't help you. This is the Haotian demon suppression world, a world within the Haotian pagoda. You can refine it into your inner world. However, you're not strong enough to do so. Moreover, you haven't even refined the sorcerer world yet. Yang Hongwu was not surprised that the Haotian Emperor could see that he was the lord of the sorcerer world. How strong was the Haotian Emperor? He was a pinnacle expert among the great emperors. He had even surpassed the great emperors and left the 9 heavens and 10 lands. Although he was just a strand of divine consciousness, it was still very terrifying. It could be seen from the way he dealt with the heaven-breaking demonic bull. Moreover, this is a test for you. If you can't even do this, you don't have a right to control the Haotian pagoda. The Haotian Emperor said. Hearing this, Yang Hongwu was helpless. By the way, old master, can you teach the Haotian demon suppression art to master? Xianyu raised her head and looked at the Hao Tian Emperor. The Hao Tian Emperor nodded. This strand of divine consciousness of mine is going to disappear. I'll help you one last time and help you cultivate the Hao Tian demon suppression art. As he spoke, the Hao Tian Emperor's shadow turned into a white light and shot into the glabella of Yang Hongwu. Suddenly, Yang Hongwu felt a surge of memories rushing into his mind like a flood. The majestic memories gave Yang Hongwu a splitting headache. He couldn't digest them all at once. The Hao Tian Emperor was so powerful that Yang Hongwu couldn't withstand the power of a strand of divine consciousness. The memories flashed, and the Hao Tian demon suppression art appeared in his mind. With a thought, Yang Hongwu endured the pain and started to cultivate the Hao Tian demon suppression art. The power of the Hao Tian Emperor was absorbed by Yang Hongwu bit by bit. After an unknown amount of time, Yang Hongwu slowly opened his eyes. In his eyes, a light flashed. Old Master has left. At this moment, Xianyu murmured. There were tears in her eyes, and her tone was sad. Yang Hongwu patted her on the shoulder and said, "Don't worry. You'll see Senior Hao Tian again in the future." Xianyu nodded. She knew that the Hao Tian Emperor's strength had long surpassed the 9 heavens and 10 lands and went to a higher level. And her current master had extraordinary potential. It was only a matter of time before he surpassed the 9 heavens and 10 lands. Demon Saint Kong Xiu was extremely depressed. He didn't expect that Yang Hongwu would gain great benefits this time while he had nothing. It was the same every time. This made him feel helpless. Was he just a prop? Back in the witch world, Yang Hongwu had obtained Pangu's heart and became the lord of the witch world. His strength had also made a huge breakthrough. And this time, he had obtained the help of the Hao Tian Emperor. It seemed that he had obtained the inheritance of the Hao Tian Emperor. His amazing luck made Demon Saint Kong Xiu extremely envious. However, he no longer had any thoughts of attacking Yang Hongwu. He knew very well that Yang Hongwu's strength wasn't comparable to his. However, Yang Hongwu's terrifying luck wasn't something he could resist. If he really had any thoughts about Yang Hongwu, he probably wouldn't even know how he died. Congratulations. Demon Saint Kong Xiu looked at Yang Hongwu and said, "This is what the Hao Tian Emperor asked me to give to you." Yang Hongwu flicked his finger, and a ray of light entered Demon Saint Kong Xiu's mind. 9-thought demon condensation art. With this 9-thought demon condensation art, you can become a true independent body. You're no longer Kong Sheng's demonic avatar. Yang Hongwu said, "Thank you." Demon Saint Kong Xiu was grateful. Chapter 762. 9 Thoughts Demon Saint, thank you. Demon Saint Kong Xiu was very excited. He did not expect Yang Hongwu to give him such a great gift. He had long wanted to break free from Kong Sheng's shackles, but he had never been able to do so. Now, Yang Hongwu had given him a ray of hope to achieve his true self. With this cultivation technique, he would no longer be Demon Sage Kong Xiu, an avatar of Kong Sheng, but a true independent cultivator. You don't have to thank me. Yang Hongwu smiled and said, "Speaking of which, it's all thanks to you that I was able to obtain the Supreme Sky Emperor's cultivation technique. Everything is predestined. No matter what, I have to thank you for giving me this opportunity." Demon Saint Kong Xiu looked at Yang Hongwu and said seriously, "In the future, if you have any instructions for me, I'll do it even if it means going through a mountain of swords and a sea of flames. There's no need for that. If I really need your help, I won't hold back." Yang Hongwu said with a smile, But don't call me Demon Saint Kong Xiu from now on. I'm 9 Thoughts Demon Saint, not Kong Xiu." When he said this, a clap of thunder came from the void, as if the heavens had acknowledged his existence. At this moment, the 9 Thoughts Demon Saint's aura continued to rise, breaking through the limit and reaching a new realm. Rebirth. This was a true rebirth. Without Kong Sheng's restrictions, his strength could be said to have advanced by leaps and bounds. At this moment, his combat strength was much stronger than before. Of course, there were pros and cons. At this moment, although he was independent and had truly become another person, there was a problem. If he was killed, he would truly die. Unlike before, as long as Kong Chio's original body was fine, this clone of his could recover at any time. It was only a matter of time. In other words, as long as Kong Sheng was alive, he would not die. It was almost equivalent to an immortal body. It could only be sealed, but not now. Congratulations on your great improvement in cultivation. Yang Hongwu was happy for the ninth thought demon saint's strength. If the ninth thought demon saint was willing to pledge his allegiance to him, he would have another great general. Right now, there really weren't many people under him who could be of great use. One was Xing Tian, and the other was the ancient Nether clan. Of course, there was also Tengaku and the others. As for the others, they did not have the ability to do so. Yang Hongwu didn't want his women to worry about these things, and Yang Hongwu didn't want them to face danger. As for Qiyu, he was too ambitious. Although he could be said to be the master of the entire sorcerer world and the leader of the sorcerer tribe, Qiyu was too ambitious and could not be put to good use. With the addition of the ninth thought demon saint, many things could be handed over to him. However, he still needed a period of testing. After all, the nine thoughts demonic saint could not be trusted completely. All right, you cultivate here. I'll go look for the clear sky pagoda pearl. Yang Hongwu waved his hand and set up a large formation for the ninth thought demon saint to cultivate here. Yang Hongwu needed to go look for the clear sky pagoda pearl. There were 3 pagoda pearls in the Hao Ian demon suppression world. Xian, you could sense that the first pagoda pearl was at the place where they had just entered. In the past, Yang Hongwu didn't have the confidence to deal with those demons. However, it was different now. He had cultivated the Hao Ian demon subduing art. With the suppression of the Hao Ian demon subduing art, Yang Hongwu didn't need to worry about the demons here at all. Not only was he not afraid, but he could also refine them and turn them into pure energy to improve his cultivation. Therefore, Yang Hongwu could not wait for more of these demons to come. That way, his strength could improve faster. Yang Hongwu had been in the 4th step honorable realm for a long time. However, he could not break through. He needed an opportunity. Yang Hongwu had a feeling that as long as he obtained the 3 clear sky pagoda pearls, his strength could really break through and enter the 1st level of the honorable realm. Burrowing demonic dragon. After walking for a while, Yang Hongwu saw a demonic dragon. This demonic dragon was not strong, but it was definitely not weak. If it was before, Yang Hongwu would not have the confidence to deal with this beast. However, it was different now. With the Hao Ian demon suppression art, he could completely crush it. Be careful. It's not that easy to deal with. Xian Yu whispered in Yang Hongwu's ear. Don't be careless. Otherwise, you might fail miserably. Yang Hongwu rolled his eyes. How is that possible? Xian Yu's words were an insult to him. How is he so weak? Let me try the power of the Hao Ian demon suppression art. Yang Hongwu looked at the ferocious burrowing demonic dragon that was charging towards him. A ray of light burst out from his eyes as he formed a seal with both hands. Powerful magic power formed a huge symbol in front of his chest. Suppress. Yang Hongwu spat out a word. The huge symbol turned into a huge suppress word and flew out, bombarding the burrowing demonic dragon. Bang! With a loud sound, the burrowing demonic dragon was sent flying and landed heavily on the ground. Whoosh! When Yang Hongwu was about to launch another attack to kill the demonic dragon, he saw the ground wriggling. The burrowing demonic dragon actually disappeared in front of his eyes. That bastard actually escaped? Yang Hongwu was stunned. Then, he became flustered and exasperated. The burrowing demonic dragon was indeed worthy of the word burrowing. It could not defeat it, so it immediately burrowed into the ground and slipped away. Be careful. That beast did not leave. It's preparing a sneak attack underground. As soon as Xian Yu's voice fell, Yang Hongwu felt a majestic force rushing up from the ground. A huge mouth with sharp teeth and a strong fishy smell was coming towards him. Yang Hongwu was furious. This beast actually wanted to sneak attack him. Immortal Cloud Strike. Yang Hongwu reacted quickly. He instantly soared into the sky and then condensed power in his hands. In the void, a huge immortal cloud was formed. This was the immortal cloud strike that he had cultivated before. Majestic magic power burst out and bombarded the burrowing demonic dragon's mouth. Crack! With a crisp sound, the demonic dragon's huge teeth were broken by Yang Hongwu. The huge body of the burrowing demonic dragon was smashed into the ground under the impact of the terrifying power. A huge hole appeared on the ground. It could be seen that Yang Hongwu's attack was terrifying. "Beast, come out for me." After smashing the burrowing demonic dragon into the ground, Yang Hongwu was still not satisfied. He stretched out his right hand and activated the demonic hand. It formed a huge suction force and pulled the huge body of the burrowing demonic dragon out. The core of the burrowing demonic dragon suddenly broke its flesh and flew out. The next moment, it fell into Yang Hongwu's hand. Chapter 763. Dragon's Nest, Bastard. How dare you sneak attack me? Yang Hongwu activated the demon hand with a thought. A strong suction force burst out from the demon hand, and within a dozen breaths, the core that contained the essence of the burrowing demon dragon's power began to disappear at a speed visible to the naked eye. It didn't take long for the entire core to completely disappear. It was converted into the purest demonic energy and was absorbed by Yang Hongwu. Yang Hongwu felt that the demon hand's power had increased again. He had a faint premonition that his right hand would undergo a huge change. Whether this change was good or bad, Yang Hongwu did not know. However, he sighed. Anyway, this day was going to come. It was just a matter of time. He had to think on the bright side of things. After all, the demon hand was a huge help to Yang Hongwu. Perhaps his demonic hand could refine the demon sealed in the soul-subduing tablet at a critical moment. However, Yang Hongwu did not want to become a demon. "Master, there is something on the burrowing demon dragon." Xianyu pulled Yang Hongwu out of his thoughts and said, "Something? What is it?" Yang Hongwu came back to his senses and scanned the burrowing demon dragon's body. He did not find anything. This burrowing demon dragon has the aura of the clear sky pagoda pearl. If I'm not wrong, this burrowing demon dragon has become so powerful because of the clear sky pagoda pearl. Xianyu said, if this burrowing demon dragon was not affected by the clear sky pagoda pearl, Master's attack with the clear sky demon suppression art should have been enough to make this burrowing demon dragon lose its fighting strength. Yang Hongwu nodded. Indeed, although the burrowing demon dragon's strength was not bad, if it was really that powerful, it would not have been killed by a single strike from the immortal cloud. In the previous attack, the clear sky demon suppression art was not as strong as he had imagined. Now, it seemed that it was really because of the clear sky pagoda pearl. However, after looking around, there was no clear sky pagoda pearl on the burrowing demon dragon's body. Then, where did this guy get tainted with the aura of the vast heaven pagoda pearl? Lair. Yang Hongwu thought of a place, and that was the burrowing devil dragon's lair. However, the problem now was how to find the burrowing demon dragon's lair. Yes, Master. I'm afraid the place we're heading to this time is the burrowing demon dragon's lair. Xianyu said, it's very likely that there's more than one burrowing devil dragon. This time, going to the burrowing devil dragon's nest is very dangerous. If there are many burrowing devil dragons in the dragon nest, it will be very troublesome. Even if it's troublesome, we still have to go, Yang Hongwu said in a deep voice. For the sake of the vast heaven pagoda pearl, even if there were more underground drilling devil dragons, they also had to go in and take a look. Let's go. Yang Hongwu collected the corpse of the burrowing devil dragon and said to Xianyu, you lead the way. Although Yang Hongwu could sense the existence of the vast heaven pagoda pearl, it wasn't as easy as Xianyu. He needed to circulate the vast heaven demon suppression art to do so. If he kept circulating the vast heaven demon suppression art, he would be easily discovered by those devils. After all, they were all captured by the vast heaven monarch. They were very sensitive to the vast heaven demon suppression art. It's in this direction. Xianyu pointed to the right. Yang Hongwu used his movement skill, concealed his aura, and rushed in that direction. After walking for a few hundred miles, Xianyu said, it's not far. Yang Hongwu took out a talisman and concealed his aura. This talisman could conceal his aura to the greatest extent. In this way, even if he entered the dragon's lair, it would be much safer and less likely to cause a riot. Following a cave, Yang Hongwu sneaked in. The aura of the burrowing devil dragon was very strong here. Obviously, there were many devil dragons here. Moreover, the aura of these devil dragons wasn't weak. The devil dragon that was killed by him previously probably wasn't the strongest one here. Yang Hongwu could sense that there were many auras below that were even more powerful than that of the dragon. What a terrifying aura! Not long after he went in, a terrifying aura suddenly erupted from the depths of the ground. Yang Hongwu's face became very serious. This aura was much stronger than he had imagined. Great Saint Realm. There was actually a Great Saint Realm devil dragon below. This was a bit troublesome. He had just used the Battle Spirit Possession not long ago. If he wanted to use the Battle Spirit Possession again now, it was almost impossible. In this way, Yang Hongwu didn't have absolute confidence in dealing with that devil dragon. Moreover, there were many devil dragons in this underground dragon's lair. Once all of them attacked, it would be a problem for him to leave. If he could use the Yin-Yang Void Shuttle of the Yin-Yang 5 transformations here, Yang Hongwu was confident. But now, he wasn't very confident. Master, it's too dangerous inside. Let's find another opportunity to come back. At this time, Xianyu said with some worry, I'll go and have a look. Yang Hongwu thought for a while and said, he wasn't a reckless person. Before he had absolute confidence, he wouldn't act rashly. Come out. I can smell your aura. A vigorous voice rang out from all around. It found me. Yang Hongwu's heart sank. Was this devil dragon so powerful? Not coming out? Do you want me to catch you? Seeing that Yang Hongwu didn't move, the voice sounded again. Yang Hongwu only felt a terrifying thought crushing in his direction. There were bursts of explosions in the air. Damn it! Yang Hongwu smiled bitterly. He didn't expect that he would be exposed. It seemed that the devil dragon wasn't as simple as it seemed. Since he was discovered, there was no need to hide. Yang Hongwu flashed and appeared in the dragon's lair. At this time, Yang Hongwu saw the devil dragon. Its body was huge, taking up almost half of the dragon's lair. It was a few thousand meters long. Entrenched there, it was like a huge, winding mountain range. The scales on its body were pitch black and shone brightly. Those sharp claws were like sharp swords that could cut through metal and stone. They were incomparably sharp, and it seemed that nothing could withstand their attack. The huge eyes stared at Yang Hongwu with a mocking look. Kid, I can sense the aura of the clear sky emperor from you. How are you related to him? The huge devil dragon looked at Yang Hongwu and asked, You are the dragon king of the drilling devil dragon? Yang Hongwu looked at the huge devil dragon and asked. Chapter 764. How Ian Devil Suppressing Steely Yang Hongwu didn't expect this guy to be so calm, without a trace of killing intent. What was he trying to do? If he wanted to deal with me, he could have done it directly. Is he afraid of How Ian Emperor? How Ian Emperor's strength is terrifying, and this guy has been suppressed here for God knows how long. Although he's strong, he's far from being comparable to How Ian Emperor. Moreover, this is How Ian Emperor's How Ian Devil Suppressing world. Here, he's not the strongest devil. Even the strongest devils can't break out. How can he leave? He asked if I'm How Ian Emperor's successor. If he's really How Ian Emperor's successor, he'll die if he dares to make a move. Thinking of this, Yang Hongwu heaved a sigh of relief. He knew that this guy wouldn't dare to do anything to him. However, if he wants to take the clear sky pagoda pearl from him, that's not necessarily the case. Senior, Yang Hongwu looked at Earth Drilling Demonic Dragon King and said, I'm here for something. The clear sky pagoda pearl? Earth Drilling Demonic Dragon King looked at Yang Hongwu. That's right. Yang Hongwu nodded, not bothering to hide it. Earth Drilling Demonic Dragon King definitely knows about the clear sky pagoda pearl. It's too difficult to snatch it from him directly. They need to discuss and see if they can exchange it. It's best if they don't fight. It's not impossible to give it to you, but what are you going to give me in exchange? Earth Drilling Demonic Dragon King stared at Yang Hongwu. Senior, what do you want? Yang Hongwu asked. Freedom. I need freedom. Earth Drilling Demonic Dragon King said after a while. As long as you set me free, I'll give you the clear sky pagoda pearl. A pearl floated in front of Earth Drilling Demonic Dragon King. It was one of the clear sky pagoda pearls Yang Hongwu was looking for. You mean you want me to let you go? Yang Hongwu smiled bitterly in his heart. Senior, you're making things difficult for me. I don't have enough strength to control the Hao-Ian demon suppression world. If I really had that strength, I wouldn't need to ask you, and I wouldn't need to exchange with you. I'm well aware of this. Earth-drilling demonic dragon king nodded. If Yishiwen was strong enough to control the Hao-Ian demon suppressing realm, then there would be no need to trade with him. He could just snatch the Hao-Ian pagoda pearl from him. I'm not leaving the Hao-Ian demon suppression world right now. I just want to leave this place. Burrowing demonic dragon king said. You should have noticed that I'm actually sealed here. I can't leave this sealing formation. In Hao-Ian demon suppression world, every expert captured by Hao-Ian monarch is sealed in a small space. I'm one of them, burrowing demonic dragon king said. The formation here, Yang Hongwu looked around and found that it was indeed so. No wonder he didn't find any powerful demons around. The heaven-breaking demonic ox was probably not the real body, but a doppelganger that escaped. Do you see that steel? If you want the Hao-Ian pagoda pearl, you just need to break that steel, and the Hao-Ian pagoda pearl will be yours, earth-drilling demonic dragon king said. Yang Hongwu sneered in his heart. This steel was the sealing rune steel that sealed his real body. It was recorded in the Hao-Ian demon suppression scripture. This steel was the Hao-Ian demon suppression steel. Yang Hongwu hadn't cultivated to that level yet, so he couldn't use it. In order to use the Hao-Ian demon suppression steel, his strength had to be at least in the Saint realm. This showed how powerful the Hao-Ian demon suppression steel was. Senior, this is the Hao-Ian demon suppression steel, and it was set up by the Hao-Ian great emperor himself. My strength is far from enough to open it. Yang Hongwu wasn't that stupid. Yang Hongwu could open the seal, but it would cost him a lot. Moreover, it wouldn't do him any good to release this demon. Perhaps he was going to make a move on him. Yang Hongwu wasn't stupid enough to think that these demons were kind-hearted and wouldn't attack him if they said they wouldn't. This guy had been sealed here for God knows how many years. How could he not have resentment in his heart? He knew that he had a close relationship with the Hao-Ian great emperor. Once he came out, how could he let him go so easily? Even if he didn't dare to kill him because of the Hao-Ian great emperor's prestige, wouldn't it be fine as long as he didn't kill him? The earth-drilling demonic dragon king had probably already made plans for this. You don't want the Hao-Ian pagoda pearl anymore. The Hao-Ian pagoda pearl spun in front of earth-drilling demonic dragon king. I want it. Yang Hongwu looked at earth-drilling demonic dragon king and said, if Senior is willing to give me the Hao-Ian pagoda pearl, I promise to release Senior when I have enough strength to control the Hao-Ian demon suppression world. You refuse a toast only to be forced to drink a forfeit? Suddenly, earth-drilling demonic dragon king kept the Hao-Ian pagoda pearl. His face became gloomy. A terrifying aura enveloped Yang Hongwu in an instant. The huge pressure made Yang Hongwu feel as if he was facing a monstrous wave that could devour him at any time. If you don't agree, I will kill you. You should know that I have the strength to do so. Haha, is that so? Now you finally show your ferocious face, right? Yang Hongwu laughed loudly. Since there was no way to trick the vast heaven pagoda bead into his hands, then he could only make a move. Don't you forget, this is the vast heaven devil suppressing world, and your main body is sealed. What you appear now is merely a divine sense clone. Do you think that you can kill me by relying on this clone? The moment earth-drilling demonic dragon king unleashed his terrifying aura, Yang Hongwu discovered a secret. In fact, this guy was only strong on the outside. The strength of his true body was completely sealed. Now, he could only display less than 1,000th of his strength. His original body might be very powerful, and his strength was comparable to a great emperor's. However, the power that his avatar could unleash was at most of the sage realm. In this place, Yang Hongwu's cultivation wasn't suppressed at all. Coupled with the Hao-Ian demon suppression art, it had an absolute suppression. Chapter 765. The Devil's Hand again, then I'll kill you now. Hearing that, the drilling demonic dragon flew into a rage out of humiliation. Majestic energy surged toward Yang Hongwu like an avalanche. This terrifying demonic might made Yang Hongwu almost unable to breathe. Even though the burrowing devil dragon had been sealed and suppressed, it was still able to utilize a portion of its strength. Moreover, merely its devilish might was sufficient to crush an ordinary Exalt Realm cultivator. "You want to kill me?" Yang Hongwu snorted coldly. Under this terrifying pressure, the Haotian demon suppression art was activated to the extreme. 1 cycle, 2 cycles. The moment the Haotian devil suppressing art revolved, that horrifying pressure clearly weakened. This is the Haotian demon subduing art. He is indeed the successor of that old man, Haotian. Noticing that Yang Hongwu was channeling the Haotian demon subduing art, the demonic drilling dragon narrowed its eyes slightly. Its terrifying aura did not diminish in the slightest. Instead, it became even more terrifying. "Let's see how you block it. You haven't even reached the venerable stage. You're just like an ant." The burrowing demonic dragon's strength was at the pinnacle of the great saint realm. It was only 1 step away from becoming a true great emperor. After being suppressed in the Haotian demon suppression world for so many years, he could no longer bear it, and his strength had dropped significantly. However, his cultivation level had increased. He was confident that he could break through to the great emperor realm once he left the Haotian demon suppressing world. At that time, the burrowing demonic dragon clan would rise to prominence in the 9 heavens and 10 lands. However, his thoughts were beautiful. How difficult would it be to leave this Haotian devil suppression world? Putting aside the fact that he had not broken through to the martial monarch realm, even if he had, so what? In the Haotian demon suppression world, there were great emperor realm demons that were sealed. The heaven-breaking demonic bull was one of them. He was extremely powerful. When he was at his strongest, he was a great emperor, a true great emperor. However, he still could not escape the fate of being suppressed by Haotian emperor. Of course, the burrowing demon dragon was also aware of this, which was why he had set his sights on Yang Hongwu. Yang Hongwu was the successor of Haotian great emperor. If he could control him, then everything would go smoothly. They might even have the chance to obtain the divine arts cultivated by the Haotian great emperor. Who was the Haotian great emperor? He was extremely powerful. At that time, he was already an invincible great emperor. It wasn't easy to become an invincible great emperor. In the entire 9 heavens, 10 earths, there weren't many invincible emperors. The most famous one was the refinement god great emperor, and the other was the Haotian great emperor. These two were truly invincible great emperors. Of course, it remained to be seen if there were any other invincible martial monarchs hiding in the 9 heavens and 10 lands. Ants? Let me see who is the real ant then. Yang Hongwu was enraged when he heard this. This guy actually treated him as an ant. This made Yang Hongwu very unhappy. At any rate, he was at the 4th step of the Exalt Realm now, and he was only a step away from becoming a true Exalt Realm expert. Moreover, even if he wasn't at the Exalt Realm right now, his strength far surpassed ordinary Exalt Realm experts. So, if he were to erupt with his full strength, then it would be absolutely easy for him to deal with Exalt Realm experts. The Haotian demon suppression art was unleashed to the extreme. Suppress. Although he couldn't unleash the Haotian demon suppression steel, he could still unleash the Haotian demon suppression seal. He gathered a majestic spiritual power in his hands and condensed a huge seal in front of his chest. This huge seal was the Haotian demon suppression seal. It could suppress all evil. Although it was weaker than the Haotian demon suppressing steel, it still contained supreme power. It contained a supreme power of the law and could suppress evil spirits. It had a great suppression effect on evil spirits. The huge seal flew towards the burrowing demon dragon. The burrowing demon dragon's face changed when he saw the demon suppression seal. He was suppressed by the same demon suppression seal in the past. Therefore, when he saw the demon suppression seal again, he couldn't help but feel a little scared. Even if the demon suppression seal unleashed by Yang Hongwu and the demon suppression seal unleashed by the Haotian emperor, one was in the sky while the other was in the ground. They couldn't be mentioned in the same breath. However, he still felt scared and timid. Although he was scared, he wasn't stupid enough to let Yang Hongwu attack him directly. He opened his mouth and spat out a ball of demon flame. The ball of demon flame was his dragon breath. It was so powerful that it could even corrode a heaven weapon. This showed how powerful the dragon breath was. Boom! The dragon breath collided with the devil-suppressing seal, producing a loud sound. A powerful force exploded and spread in all directions. Yang Hongwu couldn't withstand the powerful force and was sent flying. He crashed heavily into the wall. Little guy, you're too weak. It's a waste for the Hao Yian demon suppression seal to be in your hands. The burrowing demon dragon looked at Yang Hongwu, who was vomiting blood, and said, "With your current strength, you can't hurt me even if you cultivate for another 100 years. If you promise to let me out, I can spare your life. Otherwise, even the Hao Yian Emperor can't protect you here." He didn't dare to make a move because he was worried that the Hao Yian Emperor would be angry. He hated the Hao Yian Emperor very much and wanted to tear him into pieces. However, at the same time, he feared the Hao Yian Emperor from the bottom of his heart. He had personally witnessed the Hao Tian Great Emperor killing countless demons. Those demons were all much stronger than him. The Great Saint Realm demons were like ants in front of him. He could kill countless or even thousands of them with a raise of his hand. "Do you really think you can defeat me?" Yang Hongwu was angry. He didn't want to expose too much. After all, this was the Hao Yian demon suppression world. If he unleashed the demon hand, he didn't know if it would be suppressed by the Hao Yian demon suppression world. However, he couldn't care less now. Black light burst out from his right hand. Demon gods appeared one after another. These were the phantoms of the ancient demon gods. Each of them had a terrifying aura that could destroy the world. How is this possible? Feeling the terrifying aura of the demon gods, the burrowing demon dragon was shocked to the extreme. His body kept trembling. The demonic power in Yang Hongwu's right hand became stronger and stronger. Yang Hongwu's face became ferocious. The veins on his forehead bulged like earthworms. His right hand was even more terrifying. A layer of armor appeared on it. It wrapped around his right hand. There were strange demonic patterns on it. These demonic patterns were filled with supreme demonic laws. Kill. Chapter 766. Supreme demonic way black devil chi condensed into the devil Dao law and immediately entangled the devil dragon's dragon breath. What horrified the burrowing demonic dragon was that his dragon breath was being devoured by the demonic runes. That was his dragon breath, his strongest attack. Although it was not displayed at his peak state, it was still very powerful. Ordinary Sage Realm warriors would not be able to resist it. However, this guy had actually swallowed his dragon breath. Terrifying, simply terrifying to the extreme. Ancestral Fiend. This is the nomological powers of a supreme ancestral fiend. How is this possible? How could you have it? He was extremely shocked. A human cultivator, one who had received the inheritance of the Supreme Sky Emperor, actually possessed such a terrifying demonic law. It was something that not even those powerful devils could possess. Only a supreme ancestral fiend could possess it. Could he be the reincarnation of a supreme ancestral fiend? Brat, stop quickly. I'll give you the clear sky pagoda pearl. The burrowing demonic dragon thought for a moment and weighed the pros and cons. This guy had cultivated the Hao Yian demon suppression scripture, the inheritance of the Hao Yian Emperor, and the strange power of the ancestral devil law. He could completely suppress the burrowing demonic dragon. If the burrowing demonic dragon was at its peak and was not suppressed, it might be able to deal with him. However, the problem now was that its strength was greatly suppressed. At most, it could only exert the strength of the peak of the Sage Realm. It was impossible to completely kill this guy. It was even possible that he would fail miserably and be killed by this brat. If that happened, the losses would outweigh the gains. The Supreme Ancestral Fiend's demonic runes gave him an irresistible feeling. It was too dangerous and too risky. It was not worth it. It's too late, Yang Hongwu said in a clear voice. Now that he had lost control of the demon hand, the burrowing demon dragon was greatly attracted to it. It was as if it was a supreme delicacy, and it couldn't resist at all. The only thought in its mind was to devour the burrowing demon dragon no matter what. Brat, don't go too far. I've already agreed to give you the clear sky pagoda pearl. Are you still unwilling to forgive me? Seeing Yang Hongwu refuse, the drilling demonic dragon could not help but be furious. In any case, he was a great stage powerhouse. Although he was sealed here and couldn't exert his strength, he wasn't someone to be trifled with. Moreover, he had so many dragon descendants here. You no regret now. However, I don't plan to let you go. Even if I let you go, my right hand won't let you go either. As soon as he finished speaking, the supreme ancestral demon law power turned into small snakes and shot toward the burrowing demon dragon at an extremely fast speed. Ripples appeared in the space. Damn it, the burrowing demonic dragon felt a great threat. It felt as if its life was going to be devoured by the demonic laws. With a furious roar, his body underwent another huge transformation. In the distance, numerous demonic dragons rushed over in a frenzy. In an instant, the entire dragon lair was filled with loud noises. The ground shook, and the space seemed to be on the verge of collapsing. Swish! Swish! Rumbling sounds could be heard as the subterranean devil dragons gathered together to form a terrifying devil dragon. The gigantic devil dragon became more and more terrifying, and its aura grew stronger and stronger. This was the burrowing demon dragon's trump card. It was also the trump card that the burrowing demon dragon had prepared to break through the shackles and become a great emperor. The reason why he was using this supreme technique, this powerful trump card, was because he had sensed the nomological powers of the supreme ancestral fiends that Yang Hongwu was releasing. He could feel the threat of death. You forced me to use my greatest trump card. You can die a worthy death now. The burrowing demon dragon's eyes shone with a cold light. Although it was a great crisis for him, it was also a great opportunity. If he could devour this kid and obtain the supreme ancestral demon law, he might even be able to break through and become a supreme ancestral demon. A supreme ancestral demon was much stronger than an ordinary great emperor. A supreme ancestral demon's realm was equivalent to an invincible great emperor. In fact, it might even be stronger than an invincible great emperor. A supreme ancestral demon was an existence that could rule over all demons. They possessed the supreme ancestral demon power and the supreme laws of the demon race. Heavenly Tao and Demon Tao. The supreme heavenly Tao laws and the supreme ancestral fiend laws corresponded to each other. Neither was strong and neither was weak. However, in the 9 heavens and 10 earths, for some unknown reason, the supreme heavenly Tao was still stronger than the supreme demon Tao. However, if one could obtain the supreme ancestral demon law, one could even achieve the supreme demon Tao. One could compete with the supreme heavenly Tao. That was the true eternal existence. Although the burrowing demon dragon was a great saint realm demon, he had obtained some memories of the supreme demon Tao through some opportunities. Although it was only a trace of the memories, it was still very powerful. Back then, the underground drilling devil dragon was just a small snake. An insignificant small snake. It was precisely because he had obtained a trace of the supreme devil Tao that he had grown to his current state. He had become a powerful, great sage devil. He could feel that the supreme demon Tao power contained in Yang Hongwu's right hand was much stronger than the trace of the supreme demon Tao power he had. If the trace of the supreme demon Tao power he had obtained was like a drop of water, then the supreme demon Tao power that erupted from Yang Hongwu's body was like a raging ocean. However, he knew that the supreme demon Tao power wasn't something that anyone could easily get their hands on. If he had a choice, he wouldn't be willing to take the risk. This was because the probability of success was less than 1 in 100 million. Back when he had obtained the trace of the supreme demon Tao power, he had experienced great danger. He almost couldn't bear the immense pain. If he wanted to seize the terrifying supreme demon Tao power on Yang Hongwu's body, the danger, pain, and calamity he would have to face would increase by millions of times. The probability of success was too small, too small. In other words, there was almost no chance of success. However, he had no way out now. If he didn't fight for it, only death would await him. Primordial demon dragon body, condense. With a light shout, the huge demon dragon body finally condensed. This was the body of the primordial demon dragon, filled with supreme majesty, the majesty of the demon Tao. However, the small snake formed from the law of the demon Tao in Yang Hongwu's right hand was overjoyed when it saw the demon dragon. It was fearless. Chapter 767. Demon devouring runes. The little snakes of the demonic law were like leeches that were nailed to the primordial demon dragon's body. The huge primordial demon dragon let out a shrill cry. The burrowing demon dragon's expression changed drastically. He felt his demonic power being devoured bit by bit. The little snakes that were formed by the supreme ancestral demon law were devouring his demonic power to strengthen themselves. This was something he could not tolerate. Die! He roared. He knew that there was only one way to avoid the supreme ancestral demon law and obtain the supreme ancestral demon law, and that was to kill this young man. He stomped his foot. A huge amount of demonic power rushed into the ground. In less than a breath's time, the power hit Yang Hongwu's body. The burrowing demon dragon's innate mystique was to attack from the ground. Otherwise, it would not be called the burrowing demon dragon. Yang Hongwu's expression changed. Of course, he could feel the powerful impact from the ground. How sharp was his perception? Especially when he activated the demon hand. It became even stronger. At this moment, he could mobilize the demon hand's power with just a thought. Earth-blasting demon fist. This fist technique automatically appeared in Yang Hongwu's mind after he activated the demon hand. It was as if this fist technique had been cultivated for countless years and had reached the point of perfection. When this punch was thrown out, a majestic demonic power poured out like a torrential flood. Boom! When the two forces collided, the ground exploded, creating a huge crater. The surrounding stone walls trembled nonstop, collapsing layer by layer. Yang Hongwu's body shook, and he was knocked away. At this moment, the ground cracked open and a huge crater appeared. The rocks above his head shattered one by one and fell to the ground. From this, one could see how terrifying the impact of the collision was. Oomph! Yang Hongwu crawled up and let out a groan. Boundless energy erupted once again as an exquisite pagoda appeared above Yang Hongwu's head. That pagoda released a powerful energy that firmly protected him in the middle. The surrounding rocks and the impact of the energy were all blocked outside of the pagoda. This was the Clear Sky Pagoda. At this time, a tower pearl flew out. Fusing together with the Vast Heaven Pagoda, the Vast Heaven Pagoda's aura strengthened all at once. Damn brat! That Vast Heaven Pagoda bead in his hand actually broke free from his grasp and fused together with the Vast Heaven Pagoda. This way, the Vast Heaven Pagoda's power increased by quite a bit. And Yang Hongwu's injuries also obtained tremendous recovery because of the Vast Heaven Pagoda bead. Moreover, Yang Hongwu's cultivation had improved greatly as well. Even though he hadn't truly broken through to the first level of the Exalt realm, his strength had increased by quite a bit. This made Yang Hongwu calm down. The Vast Heaven Pagoda was indeed powerful. Fusing with the Vast Heaven Pagoda bead wasn't as simple as recovering Yang Hongwu's injuries and improving his cultivation. More importantly, Yang Hongwu's comprehension of the Vast Heaven Demon Suppression art had deepened. This was the greatest benefit that Yang Hongwu obtained. However, what gave Yang Hongwu a headache was that the improvement of the Vast Heaven Demon Suppression art conflicted with the Demon Hand, causing the Demon Hand's power to be restricted. Originally, this was a good thing for Yang Hongwu. Even though the Demon Hand's power was enormous, it could easily go out of control. If it really lost control and became a demon, it wouldn't be a good thing. However, at this time, the Demon Hand was suppressed. The huge primordial demon dragon that was originally restrained by the Demon Hand broke free from shackles. Haha, man's plans are better than God's. It seems that God is looking after me. After discovering that Yang Hongwu's demonic power weakened, his primordial demon dragon body broke free from his shackles. This made the burrowing demon dragon overjoyed. Even though Yang Hongwu obtained the Vast Heaven Pagoda bead, the power of the Vast Heaven Pagoda seemed to conflict with the supreme demonic power. As a result, they suppressed each other, causing the two forces to not be able to completely erupt. As a result, the burrowing demon dragon had an opportunity to exploit. Yang Hongwu saw the burrowing demon dragon's primordial demon dragon body launched another attack. Its huge claws grabbed towards Yang Hongwu. The rocks in the surroundings were easily crushed like tofu. A vast amount of energy surged towards Yang Hongwu. Vast Heaven Demon Suppression Seal. Yang Hongwu roared and suppressed the power of the demonic hand. The power of the Haotian demon subduing scripture burst out. In addition to the power of the immortal pagoda, the power of this attack was much stronger than the Haotian demon subduing seal that he had used before. Boom! The primordial demon dragon's giant claws collided with the Vast Heaven Demon Suppression Seal. Suddenly, a violent light burst out, and that powerful force erupted once again. The dragon nest that was originally underground was suddenly opened up. Boom! With a loud noise, huge stones splashed everywhere. Some of the weaker demons around were seriously injured under the impact of this terrifying force. The tall mountain disappeared in an instant and was replaced by a huge circular crater. Puff! Yang Hongwu spat out a mouthful of blood again. He smiled bitterly in his heart. He was injured again. The primordial demon dragon body was indeed powerful. Boy, this time you will definitely die. The burrowing demon dragon sneered, and mysterious runes appeared around his body. Primordial demon dragon body fusion. The huge primordial demon dragon body suddenly turned into a huge cloud of black mist. In a breath, it fell on the burrowing demon dragon's body and wrapped the burrowing demon dragon up. It was as if it had formed a huge cocoon. The burrowing demon dragon's body was constantly wriggling inside. Moreover, his aura was constantly increasing, and there were faint signs of breaking through the limit. A terrifying aura burst out from his body. It was getting stronger and stronger, as if the great formation that sealed the burrowing demon dragon's body was about to break free. Yang Hongwu felt a huge pressure, the pressure of life and death. This made Yang Hongwu realize that the situation was a little serious. Damn it, Yang Hongwu cursed. When he originally had a great advantage, because of a small accident, the advantage that he had just gained was gone. This made Yang Hongwu very depressed. At this moment, the demon hand in Yang Hongwu's body moved again. Next, something that shocked Yang Hongwu happened. The demon hand's demon power actually began to fuse with the power cultivated by the Haotian demon suppression art. This was not a devouring, but a fusion. It was precisely because of this that Yang Hongwu felt that it was inconceivable. After the two forces fused, they formed a very mysterious rune. Chapter 768. Annihilate. Is this a demonic pattern? Yang Hongwu was shocked when the two forces fused. The newly fused forces formed a demonic pattern. In other words, the magic power contained a supreme demonic pattern. Moreover, the supreme demonic pattern seemed to contain the power of devouring. Demon devouring pattern. The Haotian demon suppression scripture had the ability to suppress evil spirits, while the supreme demonic force of this demonic hand could devour the power of evil spirits. The two forces fused together to form a new force, and this force condensed into a demonic pattern. This demonic pattern was called the demon devouring pattern. Phew! Yang Hongwu exhaled a mouthful of turbid air. He didn't expect his luck to be so good. At this critical moment, the two opposing forces fused together to form a new type of rune. He raised his hands. His magic power condensed and formed a demonic pattern. It was the demon devouring pattern. After the demon devouring pattern appeared, it formed a huge whirlpool. This huge whirlpool was like a vast and boundless black hole. It began to devour the surrounding forces crazily. The one that was affected the most was the demonic chi on the earth-drilling demonic dragon. After the earth-drilling demonic dragon and the primordial demonic dragon fused, a huge black cocoon was formed. The demon-devouring demonic dragon started to devour the demonic chi around the cocoon. The earth-drilling demonic dragon's face changed drastically. He felt his strength weakening continuously. It was like a dam being opened. It began to pour out crazily. He couldn't stop it even if he wanted to. Damn it! What's going on? The earth-drilling demonic dragon king was about to complete his transformation because of the weakening of his strength. He couldn't complete his transformation at all. This made him shocked and angry. Obviously, the reason why he couldn't complete his transformation was because of that brat. This made him unable to continue his transformation. If he continued, he would be in big trouble. He was afraid that his strength would be devoured completely. Therefore, he had to complete his transformation in advance. The black cocoon suddenly exploded, and the huge body of the burrowing demon dragon appeared. At this time, he saw that the thing that was devouring his power was a huge rune. The huge rune gave him a feeling that he couldn't resist. Just looking at it made him feel like his mind was being pulled in. He was extremely shocked. A memory flashed through his mind. That was the memory he had obtained when he obtained the demonic path's opportunity. Demon devouring pattern. It was rumored that this devil mark could devour all devils, even those of the devil Tao. It was nurtured by the supreme great Tao. The heavenly Tao and the demonic Tao were both beneath the great Tao, and the demon-devouring runes were born from the great Tao. How could you have such a thing? No, I don't believe it. It must be fake. How could a cultivator who wasn't even an exalt possess the demon-devouring rune? Therefore, he did not believe it no matter what. I'm going to break this demon-devouring rune. As long as I break this demon-devouring rune, it'll be your death. The drilling demonic dragon roared, and its huge demonic dragon body rushed towards Yang Hongwu. It was like a huge mountain range, and its terrifying aura could crush everything. At this time, the demon-devouring rune continued to expand, like a huge shield. Boom! The two terrifying forces collided, and the space around them was shattered. In the next moment, the demonic chi that erupted was absorbed by the demon-devouring rune. Yang Hongwu's body trembled. Although the demon-devouring rune was powerful, Yang Hongwu's strength was too weak. Moreover, the demon-devouring rune had just been formed. It was like a water tank. If the water tank was full, it would be useless to continue pouring water in. It would overflow. Although Yang Hongwu was injured, it wasn't serious. Unlike him, the burrowing demon dragon was different. Its energy consumption was huge, and a trace of its origin was devoured by the demon-devouring rune. That trace of origin was the supreme demonic Tao's law. My supreme demonic Tao's law. Feeling that his demonic Tao's law was being devoured, the burrowing demon dragon's realm dropped all the way. He couldn't help but scream loudly. It was like an abandoned and bullied wife. Yang Hongwu felt goosebumps all over his body. This guy was too disgusting. After all, he was a great demon. Dying. Although the burrowing demon dragon screamed miserably, Yang Hongwu wouldn't feel pity for him. He would be merciful and let him go. If he did that, Yang Hongwu would be a fool. Boundless dermic powers began to gather in an instant. Demon-killing finger. A huge finger condensed, as if it was the supreme power from the Archean divine realm that could destroy all demons. The golden light shone on the churning demonic chi. Suddenly, the demonic chi was like the sun shining on ice and snow. It instantly melted away at an extremely fast speed. The huge finger poked the burrowing demon dragon's head. The burrower demon dragon screamed in pain. A huge hole had appeared in its head, and blood gushed out. Everything within a 10-meter radius was dyed red by the demon's blood. The black demonic blood fell on the ground, making a sizzling sound. Everything stained by the demonic blood was corroded. What a terrifying demonic blood. Yang Hongwu couldn't help but sigh. However, the burrowing demon dragon was dead for sure. Yang Hongwu's finger had shattered his soul, leaving only a wisp of remnant consciousness. Even if this wisp of remnant consciousness managed to escape, it would not be able to revive him. Furthermore, Yang Hongwu would not give him the chance. Yang Hongwu reached out and grabbed the wisp of remnant consciousness, instantly grabbing it in his hand. Don't kill me, don't kill me. I can submit to you and become your slave. I have countless treasures that I can give to you. After being captured by Yang Hongwu, the earth-drilling demonic dragon king's remnant soul begged Yang Hongwu to spare him, hoping that he could live out his ignoble existence. However, Yang Hongwu wasn't an indecisive person. Even if the burrowing demon dragon king had supreme treasures, he wouldn't let him go. You want me to let you go? Impossible. Yang Hongwu raised his right hand, and a ball of yin-yang flame burned. It was a powerful divine flame condensed from the power of yin and yang. The fire of yin and yang was extremely harmful to the soul. As soon as the flame landed on the burrowing demon dragon's remnant soul, it started to burn. The burrowing demon dragon king let out a mournful scream, but it didn't last long. It completely disappeared in a short while. At this point, the burrowing demon dragon king was completely killed by Yang Hongwu. This time, Yang Hongwu gained a lot. Not to mention the clear sky pagoda pearl. The most important thing was the Devil Devourer rune. Chapter 769. Demonic Dragon Transformation. What is this? After killing the burrowing demonic dragon, Yang Jiu found that something that was neither metal nor wood had fallen from its body. It was pitch black and had mysterious inscriptions on it. Yang Hongwu grabbed the pitch black token in his hand. With a thought, he poured his magic power into the token. Immediately, an image rushed into Yang Hongwu's mind. This was a secret technique that could be used for the demonic dragon transformation. After cultivating it, one could transform into a powerful demonic dragon to fight. Once this secret technique was used, one's strength would instantly increase by several times. Not a bad technique. Yang Hongwu was a little surprised. This technique was indeed not simple. However, it was not suitable for Yang Hongwu. This technique was a little useless to him. He had already cultivated secret techniques that could increase his combat strength. For example, the 9 transformations of the profound dragon was one of them. There was also the Panga True Body Secrets. If he cultivated it to the 3rd stage, he could activate the Panga True Body. At that time, he would transform into the Panga True Body. The increase in strength would not be as simple as the demonic dragon transformation. The Panga True Body was much stronger than the demonic dragon transformation. Moreover, the after effects were much weaker than the demonic dragon transformation. Therefore, Yang Hongwu did not have much use for this technique. This technique will be of great help to you. At this time, a voice sounded in Yang Hongwu's divine dwellings. It was Sherbaoer. Sherbaoer's strength had increased a lot compared to before. He would always appear at crucial moments and help Yang Hongwu a lot. This technique is a little useless to me, isn't it? After all, I already have the 9 transformations of the profound dragon and the Panga True Body Secrets. Although these 2 techniques are not as powerful as the demonic dragon transformation, they are not far behind. Moreover, the 9 transformations of the profound dragon does not have as many after effects as the demonic dragon transformation. Yang Hongwu paused for a moment before continuing. As for the Panga True Body Scripture, that goes without saying. It's much more powerful than the demonic dragon transformation. It can be said that it's on a completely different level. Haven't you noticed that the 9 transformations of the mysterious dragon you've been cultivating isn't complete? Sherbaoer asked. Yang Hongwu was stunned when he heard this. He really hadn't thought about this. Although the mysterious dragon's 9 transformations was powerful, there were always some obstacles in his cultivation. It was as if there were some areas where he couldn't reach his desired state. Now that he thought about it, he realized that the mystical dragon 9 transformations was not complete. Thinking about what Sherbaoer had just said, Yang Hongwu thought of something and said, "That's right, the mysterious dragon's 9 transformations seems to be incomplete. But do you think that the mysterious dragon's 9 transformations that I've cultivated is related to the magical dragon transformation? Or are you saying that this devil dragon transformation can complete the 9 transformations of the profound dragon?" If that was the case, then he had gained another huge benefit. It's not complete. In fact, the magical dragon transformation and the 9 transformations of the mysterious dragon were originally derived from the same cultivation method. You'll understand if you take a closer look, Sherbaoer said. Yang Hongwu quickly studied the magical dragon transformation carefully after hearing this. If he didn't take a closer look, nothing would have happened. Now that he did, Yang Hongwu's mind was already immersed in it. After a long while, Yang Hongwu finally recovered from the mystery. They are indeed closely related. Yang Hongwu sighed. The magical dragon transformation was similar to the 9 transformations of the mysterious dragon in many ways. They could indeed be said to have originated from the same source. However, if you wanted to truly merge these 2 cultivation methods into one, it wouldn't be so easy. With his strength, it wouldn't be something that could be done in a short period of time. For Yang Hongwu, this was indeed a problem that was neither too big nor too small. Moreover, even if he could thoroughly study these 2 cultivation methods in a short period of time and merge them into one, it would require a lot of energy and time. However, for Yang Hongwu, his time was very precious. How could he have so much time to waste? It wouldn't be long before the Immortal Mansion ranking tournament and the battle of the 5 extreme spaces. That was his primary goal. Therefore, before that, what he needed to do was to increase his strength as quickly as possible. If he wanted to greatly increase his strength in such a short period of time, there were only 2 ways. One was to dual cultivate with a woman with a pure immortal body or a pure saint body and activate the 6th transformation of the 9 transformation yin-yang harmony art. The other way was to find all the clear sky pagoda pearls and completely activate the clear sky pagoda to become a complete clear sky pagoda. That way, Yang Hongwu's cultivation would also greatly increase. The first way wasn't very realistic. There were women with a pure immortal body and a pure saint body. He knew of only 2 such women. One was by Iran, and the other was ancestor with Xianming. By Iran was in the ancient desolate abyss. The ancient desolate abyss was one of the most dangerous places in the ancient region. It was even more terrifying than the Hao-Yan demon suppression world that he was in now. Back then, Yang Hongwu and the others were only in the periphery of the ancient desolate abyss. No, they hadn't even entered the periphery of the ancient desolate abyss. At that time, Yang Hongwu wasn't very strong and didn't have much of an understanding of the ancient desolate abyss. However, now that his cultivation had reached such a level, he was only a step away from breaking through to the first level of the venerable realm. Therefore, his understanding of the ancient desolate abyss was much deeper. Bai Yiran's strength was far from what he could compare to back then. He had even broken through to the saint realm and even the great saint realm. Back then, the one who came to the lower world was just a clone of Bai Yiran. Rumor had it that the ancient desolate abyss was actually an ancient battlefield in the Jiutian city. Countless super experts had fallen in the ancient desolate battlefield. The weakest was the Great Saint Realm. No one knew how many Great Emperor Realm super experts had died there. Yang Hongwu wasn't clear about all of this. It was only recorded in ancient books. No one really knew about it. Rumor had it that the ancient desolate abyss was an alien space. In this alien space, the laws were very mysterious. It wasn't the laws of the Jiutian city at all. In other words, the ancient desolate abyss didn't belong to the Jiutian city at all. It was an alien space. Unknown places were the most dangerous. Yang Hongwu originally planned to explore the ancient desolate abyss. Although it was full of danger, the opportunities were also unimaginable. If he obtained a trace of opportunity and obtained the great emperor's origin of a great emperor, his strength would improve by leaps and bounds. At that time, even if he couldn't break through to the great saint realm, it was indeed possible for him to break through to the saint realm. Moreover, the probability was very high. However, Yang Hongwu gave up on the idea of going to the ancient desolate abyss after receiving news of the sorcerer world. Taking a step back, even if Yang Hongwu entered the ancient desolate abyss, he might not be able to find Bai Yiran. Even if he found her, would she be willing to dual cultivate with him? As for Xianming, ancestral sorcerer, that was even more impossible. Chapter 770. Succubus raced to Yang Hongwu. The only way to increase his cultivation was the clear sky pagoda. Finding the remaining clear sky pagoda pearl was his main goal. Forget it. Let's put the demonic dragon transformation and mysterious dragon 9 transformations aside for now. Let's find the clear sky pagoda pearl now. Yang Hongwu sighed. All right, seeing that Yang Hongwu did not have the intention to do so, Sherbauer did not say anything more. It's here. Xianyu pointed at a huge mountain in front of them. After killing the burrowing demonic dragon, Yang Hongwu headed south under Xianyu's guidance. After walking for a few hundred miles, he came to a huge mountain. This mountain was so tall that it pierced through the clouds. It was like a celestial mountain surrounded by immortal qi. In the Haotian demon suppression world, such a huge mountain was too rare. Yang Hongwu realized that the environment of this mountain was definitely the most unique environment in the Haotian demon suppression world. After all, the people living here were all demons. The demonic qi here was not dense, but it was like a paradise on earth. It was too strange, and Yang Hongwu could not help but feel suspicious. No matter what, the clear sky pagoda pearl was on this mountain. That was for sure. Therefore, even if there were any special circumstances on this mountain, he had to go up. Yang Hongwu took a step forward. Wind blew under his feet, and he flew up towards the celestial mountain in front of him. After dozens of breaths, Yang Hongwu landed at the foot of the mountain. A formation appeared in front of him. This formation was not simple. However, even though this formation was not simple, it was not too difficult for Yang Hongwu. After all, he had already opened the formation outside the Haotian demon suppression world. Compared to that formation, this formation was like heaven and earth. The difference was too big. Yang Hongwu waved his hand, and dozens of elixirs appeared. These were formation-breaking elixirs. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. Yang Hongwu waved his hands, and the elixirs turned into starlight one by one, flying out and landing in the surroundings. The next moment, an intense light erupted. These rays of light formed a mysterious rune, and Yang Hongwu's hands quickly formed a seal. Open! With a light shout, Yang Hongwu's hands erupted with a powerful force, which impacted the formation. In the blink of an eye, a crack was torn in the formation. Yang Hongwu's body moved, turning into a wisp of smoke, and entered the array formation. What a rich spiritual energy. After entering the array, Yang Hongwu felt the majestic spiritual energy in the array and could not help but be surprised. This place was not filled with demonic qi. It was pure, immortal qi, which was the complete opposite of demonic qi. Could it be that there was a cultivator suppressed here? A cultivator of martial arts or the path of immortality, and not some devil? Thinking about it, this was not impossible. Although the main purpose of the Haotian demon-suppressing world was to suppress devils, it did not necessarily mean that it could only suppress and seal devils. Other people could also be sealed. It all depended on what the Haotian emperor wanted to do. In his territory, it was normal for him to suppress whoever he didn't like. Fairy Peak. In front of the mountain, there was a stone tablet. This stone tablet was very tall, and there were a few characters full of spiritual energy on it. These characters were very ancient, but Yang Hongwu could still recognize them. Fairy Peak, what a great place. Yang Hongwu looked at the stone tablet. It contained a trace of spirituality, and there were mysterious patterns on the stone tablet. These patterns looked like the patterns of a fairy. It seemed that the owner of this mountain was a woman. There's actually the law of heaven. At this moment, Sherbauer's voice rang in Yang Hongwu's ears. Law of heaven? Yang Hongwu frowned. He could not see it, so he looked at Sherbauer in confusion and asked, Is there a law of heaven in here? Why can't I see it? The way of charm. Sherbauer nodded and said, You can't see it because your spiritual power and spiritual soul are not strong enough. Yang Hongwu was very surprised. In terms of the strength of his spiritual power and spiritual soul, he was much stronger than ordinary people. But Sherbauer said that his spiritual power and spiritual soul were not strong enough. Because the person who left this law of charm is very powerful, much more powerful than you, Sherbauer said. Sherbauer continued, If the other party is hostile to you this time, you'll be in greater danger than before. It's even possible that you'll be trapped here forever. Hearing this, Yang Hongwu's expression changed greatly. The other party was so powerful. He had the Haotian pagoda and cultivated the Haotian demon subduing technique. It could be said that he was half the owner of the Haotian demon subduing realm. The fairy peak was also in the Haotian demon subduing realm. Yang Hongwu could not believe that the other party could trap him here forever. However, Sherbauer would not lie. Since she said so, it must be the truth. In the past, Yang Hongwu would definitely hesitate and even give up the Haotian pagoda pearl. But at this time, if he gave up, he did not know how long it would take for him to break through to the venerable realm. Do you have a way to deal with her? Yang Hongwu thought that Sherbauer should have a way. Otherwise, she would definitely persuade and believe. Is there a way? I do, but I'm not 100% sure. But even if I can't defeat her, I should be able to take you away, Sherbauer said after a slight hesitation. That's good. Although he valued Sherbauer's expression, he was afraid that if the other party really wanted to harm him, Sherbauer would have to pay a high price to take him away. But as long as he could leave, it was worth the risk. You have to be alert at all times. Use the Spirit-Refining Heart Sutra and the Yin-Yang soul-locking spell at all times. Sherbauer's tone was very serious. The other party already knows that you're here. Yang Hongwu nodded. Since the other party was so powerful and knew that he was here, it was not difficult at all. Do you know who the other party is? Yang Hongwu thought for a while and said to Xinyu, do you know what kind of mind power expert is sealed in the Haotian demon subduing realm? An expert who cultivates the way of charm? The succubus clan. After a while, Xinyu said, in my memory, the old master once sealed a super expert from the succubus clan. Her strength was very terrifying. Her cultivation was at the peak of the Great Sage realm, but her mental strength had reached the Great Emperor realm. Even the old master almost fell into her trap. Chapter 771. Unparalleled Charm. Yang Hongwu took a few steps forward. A flight of stairs suddenly appeared in front of him. At the end of the stairs, there was a jade palace. It was beautiful and made people yearn for it. Even Yang Hongwu could not help but be tempted. Although he knew that it might be a trap and might be extremely dangerous, even a life and death crisis, Yang Hongwu could not help but step up the stairs. After stepping on the stairs, there seemed to be an invisible force that wrapped around his entire body, making him unable to stop walking up. In the next moment, Yang Hongwu shook violently. A cool chi was born from his dantian, the aura of the clear sky pagoda. It was mystic moon that made Yang Hongwu wake up. Yang Hongwu, who woke up, sucked in a breath of cold air. Only then did he understand what was going on. He was actually unknowingly charmed, and the worst thing was that he had not even seen the other party's face. Terrifying, too terrifying. The Tao of Charm was actually so powerful and terrifying. No wonder even the Clear Sky Emperor almost fell for it. After taking a deep breath, Yang Hongwu operated his cultivation method to the extreme. Not only that, even the 9 transformation Yin-Yang harmony art and Panga true body incantation were operated together. Not bad, not bad. You can actually break free from my charm power. You have some ability. No wonder you were valued by that old fellow Clear Sky and obtained his inheritance. A clear voice came from the ethereal nothingness. You, who are you? Come out. Yang Hongwu shouted loudly. You can see me when you come up, the voice said again. Yang Hongwu's face darkened. If he wanted to go up from here, who knew if there would be danger? This woman was also suppressed here by the Clear Sky Emperor. Moreover, she was from the succubus race. Just now, she wanted to charm him and did not have good intentions. However, Yang Hongwu still planned to go up in the end. After all, if he wanted the Clear Sky Pagoda Pearl, he had to go up. Moreover, if this woman wanted to harm him, Yang Hongwu really didn't have enough confidence to stop her. Don't worry, I won't harm you. I just want to make a deal with you. You should be here for the Clear Sky Pagoda Pearl. As long as you agree to one thing, I will give you the Clear Sky Pagoda Pearl. I can even agree to another condition, said the voice. Whatever conditions, Yang Hongwu did not care. What he wanted right now was just the vast heaven pagoda bead. Anyway, he had no choice but to go up. He simply increased his speed. A few dozen breaths later, Yang Hongwu appeared in the immortal palace at the top of the mountain. This place was magnificent, and there was even a spirit-gathering formation, causing the spiritual energy here to be denser than anywhere else. Cultivating here was much better than cultivating outside. "I'm already here. Enter the palace," the voice said again. Yang Hongwu pushed open the door and walked in, only to see a woman sitting in an elegant room. In front of her was a table with a guqin placed on it. The pleasant guqin music tinkling, tinkling, tinkling like large and small pearls falling on a jade plate, as if it was the sound of nature. It was a kind of exquisite enjoyment. Yang Hongwu was incomparably shocked. There was no way of hearing it outside. Entering this palace, this guqin music appeared. Yang Hongwu did not believe it. She did not play just now and waited for him to come in before starting. "I'm already here. Who in the world are you? What do you want me to do to be willing to hand the vast Heaven Pagoda pearl to me?" Yang Hongwu looked at her back view and said, just this back view alone was enough to make one's imagination run wild and endlessly tempting. Yang Hongwu had seen countless beauties. None of his own women were not outstanding beauties, devastatingly beautiful. But this woman, without even seeing her face, made Yang Hongwu feel a powerful charm, making Yang Hongwu almost intoxicated. "Little guy, you're not bad. You can still control my true body after seeing it. Below the great sage realm, you're the first." She turned around, wearing a veil on her face, covering her peerless appearance. Yang Hongwu swallowed his saliva. Her figure, there was not a spot that was not beautiful. Every part was a masterpiece of heaven and earth. There was not a trace of criticism at all. With this, her figure was deeply imprinted in Yang Hongwu's mind. This made Yang Hongwu greatly shocked. This woman was too terrifying, really too terrifying. "Thank you for the praise." Yang Hongwu tried his best to remain calm in his heart, but even so, his tone was still somewhat trembling. "My name is Heavenly Charms. You can call me Mayor," she said again. "Senior Heavenly Charms, what do you want me to do? Only then are you willing to give the clear sky pagoda pearl to me?" Yang Hongwu said again. In this damn place, Yang Hongwu really did not want to stay for a moment longer. "Could it be that I'm so annoying?" Heavenly Charms said to Yang Hongwu in a resentful tone. Yang Hongwu's whole body trembled, and he said with a bitter smile, "Senior, don't be like this. Senior's charm is too great. I'm afraid that if I continue to stay, I won't be able to control myself and transform into a wolf. I'll do those bad things. If I offend Senior, it won't be good." "I don't mind," Heavenly Charms said with a chuckle. Yang Hongwu rolled his eyes and secretly said in his heart, "You don't mind, but I do. This woman is a man-eating demon. If I didn't cultivate a special cultivation method and have good willpower, I'm afraid that not even my bones would be left now." Yang Hongwu did not believe that this woman did not have any intention of him. As for what this woman wanted from him, Yang Hongwu still did not know and could not guess. "Senior, please don't joke around." Yang Hongwu said, "What do I have to do to be willing to give the Hao Ian Pagoda Pearl to this junior? As long as this junior can do it, I'll do my best." "You can definitely do it," Heavenly Charms said. "This matter for you is not the slightest difficulty. It's just a matter of a sentence. Moreover, it won't bring you any harm. Instead, it will bring you great benefits." "What is it?" Yang Hongwu was stunned. He did not believe her words. The Succubus clan was a powerful Succubus clan woman. Not only was the Succubus clan unparalleled in beauty and charm, but their wisdom was also unparalleled. Such a woman was the most terrifying. However, the Succubus clan woman also had an advantage. That was if she fell in love with any man, then she would really be dead set on it. She would not regret it even if 9 deaths. However, to make a Succubus clan woman fall in love with a man was not something that ordinary people could do. "Let me follow you," Heavenly Charms said. "What?" Yang Hongwu heard this, and his eyes widened. He almost could not believe his ears. "Is this true? Follow me? What kind of joke is this?" Chapter 772. Tian Mei's request. Joke? When have I ever joked with anyone? Also, don't call me Senior. Call me Mayor. Am I that old? Tian Mei said angrily. Yang Hongwu smiled bitterly. "Mayor, why are you following me? Yang Hongwu asked. Moreover, I don't have the strength to send you out of the Haotian demon suppression boundary. You don't have to worry about that. Although the Haotian demon suppression boundary is powerful, it can't suppress me. Tian Mei smiled and waved her right hand gently. A terrifying force cut through the sky, and a huge crack appeared in the sky. The crack led to the outside world. Yang Hongwu was shocked. The passage was clear, and it was not an illusion. Tian Mei is already a great emperor and an invincible one. At this moment, Shi Baoer's voice rang in Yang Hongwu's ears. Yang Hongwu's eyes widened when he heard this. Invincible great emperor. How could he believe this? How could an invincible great emperor be trapped here? Moreover, if she was so powerful, why would she stay here? Mei, you're so powerful that you can easily break through the Haotian demon suppression boundary. I think you're already a legendary great emperor. If that's the case, why are you following me? Yang Hongwu could not figure it out. He really could not figure out why. You're right. I'm already a great emperor and an invincible great emperor. However, there's a huge hidden danger in my cultivation. You can help me. Tian Mei looked at Yang Hongwu and said, Mayor, I think you're mistaken. I'm only at the 4th step of the Exalt realm right now, and I haven't even broken through into the Exalt realm. So how could I help you? She was already an invincible great emperor. How could he, a mere cultivator who is not even honorable, be able to help her solve the hidden danger in her cultivation? You think I'm lying to you? Tian Mei smiled faintly and said, No, I can tell you clearly that even if you don't agree, I will still follow you because only you can help me. You don't have to worry that I will harm you. On the contrary, I will help you solve some problems. I think you really want to obtain the remaining clear sky pagoda pearl, right? I can help you obtain it and allow your cultivation to break through to the venerable realm. You know where the remaining tower pearls are? Yang Hongwu was a little surprised. There are 3 tower pearls in the Haotian demon suppression world. You already have one, I have one, and there is one left. Of course, I know where it is. Apart from these 3 tower pearls, I also know the specific locations of the other 2. Tian Mei looked at Yang Hongwu and said, If you agree to let me follow you, I can tell you the location of the remaining 2 tower pearls and help you get them. Yang Hongwu really couldn't figure out why this woman insisted on following him. Could it be that there was some hidden danger in her body that she needed his help to remove? However, this woman's cultivation was too terrifying. If she wanted to harm him, it would be very terrifying. This tower pearl is for you. After saying that, she waved her hand, and the tower pearl flew towards Yang Hongwu. Yang Hongwu stretched out his hand and grabbed the tower pearl. Xianyu instantly emitted a ray of light, and the tower pearl merged with her. The moment the tower pearl merged with Yang Hongwu, he felt that his strength had increased. The entire clear sky pagoda changed once again and received a great increase in strength. Xianyu's cultivation and aura rose steadily. After a dozen breaths, Xianyu's aura completely stabilized. Although the increase this time wasn't as great as the previous time, it was still a lot. As for Yang Hongwu, his mental strength was much stronger than before. His divine soul was also strengthened. How is it? Have you decided? All right. However, I will be in the ancient domain. Your cultivation is so strong. As a great emperor expert, you shouldn't be able to appear in the ancient domain with your true body, right? Yang Hongwu finally chose to agree. After all, looking at her appearance, if he didn't agree, he wouldn't be able to get rid of her. This isn't a problem. I will seal my cultivation. This way, there won't be a problem. Tian Mei smiled and said, My situation wasn't too good to begin with. I can't casually use my great emperor strength. It's fine if it's a few times, but if it's too much, the situation will become very bad. Yang Hongwu looked at her words and didn't feel like she was lying. However, he didn't know how much of her words were true or false. So what if it was true or false? This was nothing to him. Tian Mei's strength was very strong. Even if she didn't use her great emperor strength, her battle strength was still very terrifying, especially her charm technique. Even if she didn't use her magic power, she could still use it to the extreme. All in all, this was a terrifying woman. He couldn't offend her. All right, Yang Hongwu said. I'm going to look for the other clear sky pagoda pearl now. I'll bring you there. As Tian Mei said, a rainbow light flashed around her body. The entire palace suddenly moved and turned into a huge battleship. This is my battleship. It's an Emperor-grade battleship. It's called Tian Mei Battleship. Yang Hongwu only felt a tremor. After 10 breaths, Tian Mei said again, We're here. We're here already? Yang Hongwu was stunned when he heard this. This speed was too fast. Do you see it? Your clear sky pagoda pearl is in that demonic pagoda. Tian Mei said. Xian Yu's face became serious. She said to Yang Hongwu, This pagoda pearl has already been demonized. Demonized? Yang Hongwu's face darkened. Is it because of that demonic pagoda? I don't know. Xian Yu shook her head. Asked that woman Tian Mei. She should know. Mayor, do you know what kind of demon is in that demonic pagoda? Yang Hongwu looked at Tian Mei and asked, How's his strength? That's a wolf cub. As for his strength, it's passable. Tian Mei said, However, that wolf cub has a special ability that can demonize an Emperor-grade weapon. If he's stronger and breaks through to the Great Emperor grade, even this clear sky demon-suppressing world can be demonized by him. That's a spirit-devouring demonic wolf? Xian Yu was shocked. Spirit-devouring demonic wolf? Chapter 773. Snatching the Pagoda Pearl. You have a way? Yang Hongwu knew that she must have a way to solve the problem. Otherwise, she would not have said that. Of course, since I have promised you to get the clear sky pagoda pearl, I will definitely do it. I, Tian Mei, am a woman of my word. Tian Mei chuckled. Thank you, Mayor. Yang Hongwu said. How are you going to thank me if I get it for you? Tian Mei's fragrance made Yang Hongwu intoxicated. Mayor, just say the word. As long as I can do it. Yang Hongwu said in a daze. That's what you said. Tian Mei's lips curled into a smile. She was very satisfied. At this moment, Yang Hongwu regained his senses and realized that he had been tricked. He smiled bitterly. This girl's charm was too terrifying. He had been charmed unknowingly. However, he could not go back on his words. He was depressed. Little wolf cub, get the hell out here. Tian Mei released her power, and a force hit the demonic pagoda. The demonic pagoda shook violently. The spirit-devouring demonic wolf was cultivating in the demonic pagoda. He wanted to break through to the Great Emperor realm as soon as possible and escape this place. However, he was furious when he heard what Tian Mei said. Who dared to disturb his cultivation? However, his expression changed when he thought about it carefully. In the Haotian demon-suppressing world, there is only one person who had such strength and could move freely. That was Tian Mei. Tian Mei was the most terrifying person in the Haotian demon-suppressing world. She was also the person who could leave this place freely. Initially, she was not suppressed by the Haotian Great Emperor. Instead, the two of them reached an agreement to let Tian Mei stay in the Haotian demon-suppressing world. This was not a secret among the upper echelons of the Haotian demon-suppressing world. However, all the powerful demons knew about this. Once upon a time, there was a powerful devil who had reached the 4th step Great Emperor realm. He was only 1 step away from becoming a Great Emperor. He coveted Heavenly Charm's beauty and sent out a doppelganger to capture Heavenly Charm. In the end, Heavenly Charm was enraged and killed the demon in 1 blow. With just 1 blow, the demon was reduced to ashes and his soul dispersed. He knew the strength of that demon very well. That guy was his immediate superior. He was far from being a match for Tian Mei, yet he was killed by Tian Mei in 1 move. It was clear how terrifying Tian Mei's strength was. Since then, no one dared to have any ideas about Tian Mei. They were all terrified of Heavenly Charms, afraid that she would attack them. Heavenly Charms Fairy, why are you here? The devouring spirit demon wolf appeared outside the tower and looked at Heavenly Charms with a flattering expression. Yang Hongwu was stunned. Didn't the devouring spirit demon wolf say that he was ferocious and domineering? Why was he acting like a pug now? This was too King weird. Hand over the clear sky pagoda pearl and the demonic pagoda. Heavenly Charms said coldly. She did not care about the devouring spirit demon wolf's flattery at all. The devouring spirit fiend wolf's face changed as he heard this. He smiled bitterly and said, "Well, Heavenly Charms Fairy, I can give you the clear sky pagoda pearl, but this demonic pagoda is my life treasure. If I give it to you, it will be a great loss to me. It will damage my foundation, and it will be difficult for me to improve in the future. So, please don't make things difficult for Wolf Cub now. Fairy, you are very powerful, and this demonic pagoda is useless to you. Fairy, please forgive me. If I, Wolf Cub, have offended you in any way, you can tell me directly. I will apologize to you." Yang Hongwu was shocked when he heard the devouring spirit demon wolf's words. This devouring spirit demon wolf seemed to be very afraid of Heavenly Charms. Although Heavenly Charms Fairy was powerful, he was still a devouring spirit demon wolf. He was a demon Dao expert at the peak of the Great Sage realm. Was there a need to be so humble? Could it be that all demon Dao people were like this? That was definitely not the case. The key was still Heavenly Charms Fairy. It was just that she had something that made the devouring spirit demon wolf afraid. That was the key. However, to Yang Hongwu, this had nothing to do with him. Even if Heavenly Charms Fairy had some treasure that made these demons so afraid, he had no way to take it from her. Anyway, this Heavenly Charms Fairy would follow him in the future. To Yang Hongwu, she was a good fighter. Yes, a super fighter who was unbelievably beautiful. There were many things that he could not do, so he could let her do it. Thinking of this, Yang Hongwu's mouth curled into a smile. "You want me to be your fighter? You don't have to think about it. I said that I have some problems with my cultivation. There are hidden dangers in my body. So, I can't be your fighter. Just give up." Before Yang Hongwu could finish his beautiful dream, he heard Heavenly Charms Fairy's voice in his mind. Yang Hongwu was shocked. She actually knew what he was thinking. This was too scary. "You?" Yang Hongwu pointed at her. "You? Mei, how do you know what I'm thinking?" "Of course I know. As long as you want to know something about me, I can know." Heavenly Charms smiled faintly. "Your current strength is too weak. When your strength reaches the level of a sage, I won't have any way to know what you're thinking." Yang Hongwu's face was bitter. It was as if he had lost his parents. If Heavenly Charms could know what he was thinking, then what secrets did he have? This feeling was too unpleasant. "You don't have to worry. As long as you don't think about anything about me, it's hard for me to pry into your thoughts." Seeing Yang Hongwu's expression, Heavenly Charms Fairy was a little proud. She patted his shoulder and comforted him. On the other side, when the spirit-devouring demon wolf saw that Heavenly Charms Fairy was ignoring him, he became even more nervous. This female demon had really taken a fancy to his pagoda. What should he do? This pagoda was his natal magic treasure. Once he gave it away, it would be a huge loss to him. His strength would definitely drop from the Great Sage realm to the Sage realm. Moreover, his origin would be damaged, and his cultivation speed would be greatly reduced. He probably wouldn't be able to recover to the Great Sage realm without tens of thousands of years. How could he be willing to give up the pagoda? "Fairy, if you insist on taking my pagoda, I won't agree to it unless you kill me. However, even if you kill me, this pagoda will explode with me. At that time, you won't be able to get anything. I know that you're extremely powerful, but the explosion of a middle-grade Emperor weapon is immensely powerful. I don't think you'll be able to withstand it, right?" The spirit-devouring demonic wolf gritted his teeth and said to Tian, Mei, and Yang Hongwu, "You dare to threaten me?" Heavenly Charms Fairy's face darkened. "You can try. Let's see if you can self-destruct in front of me." With that, Heavenly Charms Fairy's terrifying aura exploded. A huge pressure enveloped the spirit-devouring demon wolf, making him unable to move at all. Chapter 774. Honorable Realm Level 1. The spirit-devouring fiend wolf was still not confident. Even though the power of self-destruction was strong, it might not be able to hurt Heavenly Charms. Furthermore, in the face of Heavenly Charms, even his soul was shivering. Whether or not he could self-destruct was still a question. Handing over the Destiny Demon Pagoda would at most cause his cultivation state to drop and his source to be damaged. However, he could still recover and cultivate back. It was just a matter of time. Are you sure you want to die? The voice of heavenly charms rang out once more. I promise you. When he said this, the spirit-devouring fiend wolf seemed to have used up all his strength. At least you know what's good for you. Heavenly charms snorted. Hand it over and don't play any tricks. Otherwise, I'll let you know what it means to wish you were dead. The spirit-devouring fiend wolf laughed bitterly. He had no choice. Who asked her to be so strong? After wiping away the imprint on the pagoda, the spirit-devouring fiend wolf's cultivation state dropped rapidly. His face was extremely pale. Now that his source was damaged, he did not know how long it would take for him to recover. Take it away. At this moment, the spirit-devouring fiend wolf's heart was bleeding. Initially, this pagoda was just a lower-graded emperor weapon. He had spent countless resources and nurtured it for countless years to raise it to a middle-graded emperor weapon. To think that it would be snatched away right now. How could he not be in pain? Heavenly Charms stretched out her hand and grabbed the small pagoda in her hands. Then, just like the clear sky pagoda pearl, she handed it over to Yang Hongwu. It's yours. The moment the two items were in Yang Hongwu's hands, Xian Yu's body gave off a mysterious aura. The clear sky pagoda pearl was starting to fuse together. Not only that, the small pagoda was being devoured as well. Yang Hongwu was surprised. Master, your luck is way too good. This pagoda isn't that simple. It contains the power of primordial. After devouring this pagoda, my strength will increase by another level. In fact, I might even surpass my peak in the future and enter an even higher level. Xian Yu exclaimed in joy. Yang Hongwu was equally surprised. To think that his luck would be so good to receive such benefits. Yang Hongwu could feel that the aura of devouring fiend pagoda pearl was increasing his god soul and spirit body refinement. The Panga true body was also greatly tempered. From afar, the spirit-devouring fiend wolf looked at Yang Hongwu, who was standing beside Heavenly Charms. He was a little envious. This human was really lucky and had caught the eye of Heavenly Charms. You are actually cultivating here. Seeing Yang Hongwu break through, Heavenly Charms waved her hand and moved Yang Hongwu into the battleship. Then he said to the spirit-devouring demonic wolf, I will give you a promise. When this brat breaks through to the great sage realm in 100 years, he will release you. At that time, he will give you some compensation. He is the successor of Hao Yin. I won't say anything else. Thank you, fairy. The spirit-devouring demonic wolf's eyes lit up. Although the clear sky emperor had trapped them here, the spirit-devouring demonic wolf was very resentful at first. However, as time passed, the resentment faded. He knew that if it wasn't for the clear sky demon suppression world, he would have died long ago. Of course, not all demons would have such an epiphany. Only a small portion of them were truly enlightened, and the spirit-devouring demonic wolf happened to be one of them. It was precisely because of this that the spirit-devouring demonic wolf's strength was greatly enhanced in the supreme, heavenly mirrors demon suppression world. If he was really the successor of Clear Sky Emperor, it was still possible for him to release him when he was strong enough. Seeing how close Heavenly Charms was to him, Heavenly Charms' promise was equivalent to his promise. It was only 100 years. If he cultivated by himself, he might not be able to break through to the great Emperor realm in 10,000 years, let alone 100 years. Without reaching the great Emperor realm, it was impossible for him to leave. Compared to freedom, what was the harm in losing an Emperor weapon? In his original plane, he had a treasure. As long as he returned, he could quickly recover his cultivation. At this moment, Yang Hongwu's aura was increasing rapidly. The surrounding spiritual qi was sucked in crazily, forming a spiritual qi vortex. After a dozen breaths, the majestic spiritual qi seemed to have condensed to an extreme. The spiritual power in Yang Hongwu's body was compressed to the extreme. Boom! With a loud sound, the bottleneck of the honorable realm was completely broken. The spiritual power in Yang Hongwu's body exploded. His aura suddenly increased by dozens of times. His body floated up, and he looked like an invincible god of war. The golden light was blinding and extremely dazzling. Boom! Yang Hongwu opened his eyes. Two rays of golden light shot out from his eyes and punched two holes in the wall of the warship. D*MN, kid. That's my precious battleship. Seeing the hole in her battleship, Sky Charms felt her heart ache. Brat, why aren't you restraining your aura? Do you think you're invincible and can challenge me just because you've broken through to the honorable realm? Heavenly Charms said angrily. Look at what you've done. My warship was damaged by you. You have to compensate me. Yang Hongwu quickly restrained his aura. Looking at the marks on the warship, he smiled bitterly. Mayor, how do you want me to compensate you? Yang Hongwu was still very grateful to Heavenly Charms. If it wasn't for her, it would be extremely difficult for him to obtain the last two clear Sky Pagoda Pearls in the Haotian Demon Suppression world. I'll tell you when I think of it. Heavenly Charms said. Yang Hongwu was speechless. Do all women like to use this trick? Suddenly, Yang Hongwu remembered something. It was the 9 Thoughts Demon Saint. He was so focused on the clear Sky Pagoda Pearls that he forgot about that guy. Xianyu, where's 9 Thoughts now? Yang Hongwu asked. Back then, he was separated from the 9 Thoughts Demon Saint in the dragon's lair. He didn't even know where that guy was now. Now that he had obtained the clear Sky Pagoda Pearls and his cultivation base had broken through, it was time to leave. Moreover, there were only a few days left before the Immortal Mansion ranking battle. If he didn't return now, he would be delayed. Yes, there are 2 waves of energy in the northeast direction. They should be fighting with some demons. Xinyu said, Northeast direction? 2 little demons are fighting. Heavenly Charms said, You're looking for that guy. I'll take you there. After saying that, Heavenly Charms started the warship. Then, a white light burst out from the warship. A huge void passage appeared in front of her, and the warship entered it. After a few breaths, the warship came out again. A warship. One of them was the 9 Thoughts Demon Saint, and the other was a skeleton demon. Black demon flames flickered all over his body, and he held a spear in his hand. 9 Thoughts Demon Saint was holding a sword. The moment the warship appeared, both of them stared at it. The skeleton demon was very clear about this warship. It was the Heavenly Charms Witch's warship. The Heavenly Charms Witch was a taboo existence in the entire Haotian Demon Suppression world. The appearance of this warship made the skeleton demon tremble. He thought to himself, why is she here? Chapter 775. The Heavenly Enchantress's Man, Yang Hongwu. When the battleship was taken away and 2 people appeared, one of whom was Yang Hongwu, 9 Thoughts Demon Saint breathed a sigh of relief. That's the Heavenly Enchantress. Who's that man? Skeleton Demon was stunned when he saw Yang Hongwu beside the Heavenly Enchantress. Since when did the Heavenly Enchantress become so intimate with a man? Moreover, he's only a first-level martial saint. Could it be that that man was her gigolo? Although he thought so, he didn't dare to say it out loud. If he angered the Heavenly Enchantress, he wouldn't even know how he died. 9 Thoughts Demon Saint, why are you here? Yang Hongwu asked. It's a long story. 9 Thoughts Demon Saint looked at the woman beside Yang Hongwu. He couldn't see through her, but he didn't care. Since she was so close to Yang Hongwu, she must be Yang Hongwu's woman. He was already used to seeing beautiful women around Yang Hongwu. He looked at Yang Hongwu and whispered, You're amazing. Another stunning beauty. He could see that this woman wasn't simple. Even his heart raced when he saw her. It was enough to show how powerful she was. However, I'm afraid you won't be able to control this woman. Don't cause trouble in your backyard. Bang! As soon as he finished speaking, his entire body flew up and crashed heavily into a small mountain. The entire small mountain was knocked down. Uffed. 9 Thoughts Demon Saint got up in a sorry state. He was seriously injured. A few of his ribs were broken, and he spat out a mouthful of blood. This was the result of the Heavenly Enchantress showing mercy. If she didn't, she could easily take his life. This woman is too terrifying. If you dare to say another word, I'll kill you. Heavenly Enchantress said coldly. 9 Thoughts Demon Saint couldn't help but shiver when he saw the murderous look in her eyes. No, I wouldn't dare. Senior, I was just joking. Please forgive me. Nine Thoughts Demon Saint said with an apologetic smile. I'll let you off this time. Skeleton Demon, who was standing at the side, felt relieved. Looking at Nine Thoughts Demon Saint, he was gloating in his heart. This guy didn't know how powerful the heavenly enchantress was. How dare he make fun of her? He was courting death. He wondered what the demoness was doing here. Thinking of this, Skeleton Demon felt extremely nervous. Could it be that he's here to cause trouble for me? Let's go. Yang Hongwu glanced at the Nine Thoughts Demonic Saint. This guy is really courting death. How dare he joke about heavenly charms? Heavenly Charms was an invincible great emperor. Even his original body might not be able to defeat Heavenly Charms, let alone him. Wait, there is something on the Skeleton Demon that will be of great help to you. Sure Baoer's voice suddenly appeared in Yang Hongwu's mind. What is it? Yang Hongwu was stunned. A bone, Sure Baoer said. Bone. Yang Hongwu was stunned. What was so special about a bone? Could it be the bone of some expert? Dragon bone. Dragon bone? If it was an ordinary dragon bone, Sure Baoer wouldn't be interested in it. But since Sure Baoer said so, it must not be an ordinary dragon bone. It's the primordial dragon bone, Sure Baoer said. Are you saying that this dragon bone is of the same level as the one I fused with? Yang Hongwu took a deep breath. If it was really the primordial dragon bone, it would be of great help to him. It could allow his nine-dragon saint body to evolve again. That's right. If I'm not wrong, this should belong to the primordial dragon. However, I don't know how it ended up in the hands of the skeletal demon. You must get your hands on this dragon bone. It'll be of great help to you, Sure Baoer said. All right. Now that he knew, there was no reason to let it go. At this moment, Heavenly Charm's voice rang in Yang Hongwu's ears. Well, you found him. Let's go. I'm tired of being trapped here for so many years. It's time to go out. Heavenly Charm sighed. In the battle with Hao Ian Monarch had the upper hand. In the end, the two of them reached an agreement. She would stay in the Hao Ian Devil Suppression world and wait for someone who had cultivated the Hao Ian Devil Suppression art. Only then could she leave with him, and that person could help her remove the hidden dangers in her body. However, she didn't have any resentment or hatred for Hao Ian Emperor. On the contrary, she was grateful to him. If she hadn't been in the Hao Ian Demon Suppression realm, she would have been in a terrible state. After all, the hidden danger was too great. Wait, I have something to do, Yang Hongwu said, shaking his head. What is it? Heavenly Charm frowned slightly. He is something I need, Yang Hongwu said, pointing at the skeleton demon. He's just a skeleton demon. What is it that you want? Heavenly Charm was surprised. Yang Hongwu had many treasures on him. This skeleton demon was a pauper. What treasures could he have? My lord, if there's anything you want, just say it. As long as I have it, I'll give it to you, the skeleton demon said flatteringly after hearing Yang Hongwu's words. Dragon bone, Yang Hongwu said. The skeleton demon's face changed upon hearing this. My lord, what dragon bone? I don't know. You're not willing to give it to me? Yang Hongwu's face darkened. He was someone who practiced the Tao of Dragon. The Tao of Dragon was the cultivation technique of the primordial revered dragon. Although Yang Hongwu was only at the entry level, he could unleash boundless power. Who was the primordial revered dragon? He was an existence that surpassed the god-refining great emperor. He was even stronger than Hao Ian Emperor. Yang Hongwu did not expect that there would be a fragment of the primordial revered dragon's bone here. However, Yang Hongwu found it strange that Sure Bao had sensed something when he couldn't. Yang Hongwu did not notice the fragment of dragon bone. The skeleton demon must have used some special technique to conceal the aura of the dragon bone. If you're not willing, I can find it by killing you, Yang Hongwu said coldly. Skeleton, you're still playing tricks? A cold light flashed in Heavenly Charm's eyes as she said coldly. Heavenly Charm snorted. The skeleton demon felt as if he was struck by lightning. His skeleton was about to fall apart. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. The skeleton demon's soul was almost shattered by Heavenly Charm's snort. If she did it again, his soul would be destroyed. As he spoke, he took out an item from his storage space. It was a box with runes engraved on it. It's in here. Yang Hongwu grabbed the box with one hand. No wonder he couldn't sense it. It was because of the box. The runes on the box were sealing runes that isolated the aura of the dragon bone. Chapter 776. Immortal Dragon Body. All right, you can scram now. Yang Hongwu waved his hand. With the item in his hands, he could raise his strength to the next level. This time, he had gained a lot from saving the Nine Thoughts demonic saint. Not only had he reached the first level of the martial honorable realm, he had also gained a powerful bodyguard. Of course, more importantly, he had gained many other benefits as well. The dragon bone of the primordial revered dragon was one of them. Let's go. Heavenly Charms waved her hand, and a force enveloped Yang Hongwu. In the next moment, the two of them appeared in the battleship again. Let's leave the Hao-Ian demon suppression world now. Yang Hongwu nodded his head. What's in the box? After the battleship was activated, Heavenly Charms was very curious. The runes on the box were very mysterious and powerful. As an invincible great emperor, Heavenly Charms could definitely tell. A piece of dragon bone. It's useless to ordinary people, but to me, it's a treasure that can raise my strength again. Yang Hongwu said, use the battleship to bring me to the Tianyi immortal abode. I want to cultivate in seclusion to integrate this dragon bone. All right, but you can't cultivate here now. I have a cultivation room in the battleship. You can cultivate in it. Heavenly Charms said. Yang Hongwu nodded his head. After entering the cultivation room, Yang Hongwu set up a formation to isolate the area from the outside world. Then, he slowly took out the box and opened it. A piece of dragon bone lay there quietly. But the terrifying dragon aura from the dragon bone was shocking. Even with the formation seal and the cultivation room, it couldn't withstand it. Heavenly Charms, who was outside the cultivation room, could feel the terrifying dragon aura. What a terrifying dragon aura! Heavenly Charms waved her hand, and a powerful seal appeared, adding another layer of seal to the entire cultivation room. A seal created by a Heavenly Charms great emperor was extremely terrifying. I wonder what dragon bone this guy got. It's at least an Emperor Realm dragon bone. After adding another layer of seal to the cultivation room, Heavenly Charms closed her eyes. The bones of the primordial revered dragon. Yang Hongwu's hands glowed with golden light and covered the dragon bones of the primordial revered dragon. The Tao of the dragon was channeled to its limits, and the 9 transformations yin-yang harmony art was activated as well. Bit by bit, the power of the dragon bone was absorbed into his body through his hands, constantly tempering Yang Hongwu's body. The dragon soul continued to condense and improve. 1 cycle, 2 cycles. After an unknown amount of time, the bone turned into a small golden dragon. With a whoosh, the little golden dragon entered Yang Hongwu's body and fused with Yang Hongwu's spine once again. Yang Hongwu shuddered. The bones in his body were all impacted by the majestic power and underwent a shocking transformation. All the bones in his body turned golden. It was the same color as the original dragon bone. Immortal Dragon Body. Yang Hongwu opened his eyes. At this point, the power of the dragon bone had been completely refined. The origin of the dragon bone had also been devoured and refined. Although his strength didn't rise to the second level of the honorable realm, his Tao of the dragon had improved tremendously. Furthermore, what surprised Yang Hongwu the most was that another cultivation technique had appeared in his mind. This was a powerful cultivation technique of the primordial revered dragon. Immortal Dragon Body. This immortal dragon body wasn't any weaker than the Pangu real body that he cultivated. However, what made Yang Hongwu depressed was that although he had cultivated so many powerful cultivation techniques, they seemed to be a little heterogeneous. To a martial artist, it wasn't a good thing to have a heterogeneous cultivation technique without mastery. If one cultivated too many cultivation techniques, they would appear to be lacking in mastery. After all, one's energy was limited. Therefore, Yang Hongwu was considering which cultivation technique to cultivate. Of course, it would be best if he could combine these cultivation techniques. However, it wasn't an easy task to combine these supreme cultivation techniques. His cultivation realm and strength were still too weak. He didn't have the ability to combine these cultivation techniques at all. Therefore, he could only choose one cultivation technique as his main cultivation technique. Of course, he couldn't give up on the 9 transformation yin-yang harmony art. Therefore, this cultivation technique was his main cultivation technique. It was also Yang Hongwu's most fundamental cultivation technique. As for the other cultivation techniques, there were several types of cultivation techniques. One was the Pangu real body scripture, and the other was the immortal dragon body. These 2 cultivation techniques were both first-class cultivation techniques. It was also very difficult to cultivate them. However, if one cultivated them to the greater success realm, they would be extremely terrifying and powerful. Both of them had their own advantages and weaknesses. Other cultivation techniques included the Tao of the Dragon, the Spirit Refining Heart Sutra, and so on. These cultivation techniques were all dreams of some martial artists. Every single one of them contained unparalleled power. When cultivated to the extreme, one could become an invincible great emperor. It was even possible to surpass an invincible great emperor. Yi Fuqian took a deep breath. Yang Hongwu shook his head and threw this question to the back of his mind. He opened the door of the cultivation room and walked out. He saw Tian Mei guarding the door. "Congratulations, your strength has improved again." Tian Mei was a little surprised to see Yang Hongwu come out. Of course, she could see that Yang Hongwu's physical body was much stronger than before. His spiritual soul was also several times stronger. At this moment, his soul and spiritual energy were even stronger than those eminent saint stage powerhouses. However, his cultivation realm was only in the honorable realm. It was enough to show how strong and powerful his foundation was. Moreover, the power contained in the dragon bone was enough to allow a martial artist to break through from the first level of the honorable realm to the saint realm. However, Yang Hongwu couldn't break through at all. This was because his foundation was too strong. If he wanted to break through, he would need a lot of accumulation. It was hundreds or thousands of times more difficult than ordinary martial artists. Therefore, having a strong foundation and a strong foundation had both advantages and disadvantages. The advantage was that once he broke through, he would be invincible among his peers. However, the disadvantage was that every breakthrough was very difficult and required a lot of accumulation. "I still have to thank you for your help." Yang Hongwu smiled. "Your current combat strength should be enough to defeat ordinary saint experts, right?" Tian Mei said. "If you go all out, even great saint experts may not be your match." Yang Hongwu nodded. This was indeed the truth. However, great saint experts weren't easy to deal with. The fusion of the primordial dragon sovereign's dragon bone and the clear sky pagoda pearl allowed Yang Hongwu's strength to break through to the honorable realm. In this way, Yang Hongwu's seal became more solid and the seal of the Blood Soul Life-Death curse became more complete. At least, he didn't have to worry about the curse breaking out for 3 years. Moreover, he could use the 6 turns of Yin-Yang and the Yin-Yang Sky Sealing Talisman again. Chapter 777. The 2 women meet. We're almost there. The speed of the Emperor-level warship was extremely frightening. The reason why it was so slow was because Yang Hongwu was cultivating and Tian Mei was deliberately slowing down. Emperor-level warship. Seeing the appearance of the warship, the disciples of the Tianyi Immortal Mansion all acted as if they were facing a great enemy. This was an Emperor-level warship that not even the Tianyi Immortal Mansion had. However, the Tianyi Immortal Mansion also had a trump card that could withstand the attack of the Emperor-level warship. Otherwise, the Tianyi Immortal Mansion would have been reduced to ashes long ago. At this moment, Yang Hongwu came out of the warship and looked at the Tianyi Immortal Mansion's Mountain Gate Elder, who looked as if he was facing a great enemy. "Yang Hongwu, why didn't you come out earlier?" Seeing that it was Yang Hongwu, the Mountain Gate Elder heaved a sigh of relief. At this moment, Tian Mei kept the warship. Seeing the appearance of Tian Mei, many of the Mountain Gate disciples were stunned. She was simply too beautiful. She was simply a fairy that had descended to the mortal world. As for the Mountain Gate Elder, he looked as if he was facing a great enemy. To be able to become the Mountain Gate Elder of the Tianyi Immortal Mansion and guard the Mountain Gate Elder, his eyesight and strength were naturally top-notch. He possessed a powerful eye technique, and his strength had long reached the Great Sage realm. Only at the crucial moment would he erupt with battle strength to protect the safety of the Tianyi Immortal Mansion. Yang Hongwu. The Mountain Gate Elder looked at Yang Hongwu and Tian Mei, but did not dare to say anything. This woman's strength was too terrifying. He could tell that this peerless beauty was not a human, but a demon. Her strength was extremely frightening, surpassing the Great Sage realm. In addition, she had an Emperor-level warship. If she wanted to harm the Tianyi Immortal Mansion, it would be very troublesome. Therefore, in front of Tian Mei, he really did not dare to say anything bad about her. If he did not dare to target her, it would be troublesome if he angered her. The Tianyi Immortal Mansion would not be able to withstand her anger. Although they were in the ancient domain and were restricted by the laws of the ancient domain, their opponent was, after all, an Emperor Realm expert. The abilities of an Emperor Realm expert were unimaginable to ordinary people. Don't worry, she won't do anything harmful to a mortal's mansion. Yang Hongwu saw the worry in the elder's eyes and chuckled. I hope so. The Mountain Gate Elder sighed. However, the Tianyi Immortal Mansion was not that simple. After all, there was a super formation in the Tianyi Immortal Mansion. Once they entered the formation, they would be suppressed by the formation if they wanted to attack. Even if they could not destroy heavenly charms, they could trap her for a period of time, or even send her away into the boundless void. This was the biggest trump card of the Tianyi Immortal Mansion. If they wanted to break into the Tianyi Immortal Mansion, they would have to destroy the grand formation of the Tianyi Immortal Mansion. However, the grand formation of the Tianyi Immortal Mansion was not that easy to destroy. Don't worry, a mere Tianyi Immortal abode is nothing to me. Tian Mei said disdainfully. Even your Emperor Tianyi is nothing in front of me. You sure talk big. The other elder was furious when he heard Tian Mei's words. Who was Tian Yi Great Emperor? He was the founder of Tian Yi Immortal Palace. He was a peak Great Emperor. Oof. Tian Mei snorted when she saw the situation. An overbearing force rushed out and landed on the elder's ear. He was sent flying as if he had been struck by lightning. He was bleeding from his 7 orifices. He was severely injured in just one move. Please calm down. Senior, please calm down. The other elder quickly apologized when he saw the situation. He even signaled Yang Hongwu with his eyes. He could tell that Yang Hongwu and Tian Mei had a good relationship. Mayor, Yang Hongwu looked at Tian Mei and said, For my sake, don't be calculative. All right, Tian Mei said coldly. For Yang Hongwu's sake, I'll let you go this time. Otherwise, you'll die without a doubt. No one can save you. A terrifying aura burst out all of a sudden, causing everyone to be shocked. What a terrifying aura. Husband. At this moment, Yuji and the other girls rushed out. Gu Shaoxian rushed into Yang Hongwu's arms. However, Princess Guyu looked resentful. Yang Hongwu smiled bitterly when he saw Princess Guyu. And Yuji, these women, were all angry, because Heavenly Charms was too beautiful, and her strength was too strong. However, when Xianming appeared, Heavenly Charms and Xianming's eyes collided, causing sparks to fly. Yang Hongwu smiled bitterly when he saw the two of them. One of them was an ancestor sorcerer who was very powerful. Although she had not recovered to her peak, she could still unleash the strength of a great emperor. The other was an invincible great emperor from the succubus tribe. Although her strength was suppressed due to special reasons, she could still unleash the strength of a great emperor for a short period of time. The strength of the two women could be said to be equally matched. Ancestor sorcerer Xianming, heavenly enchantress. The two of them knew each other. They were both powerful women. They were rivals, as one was from the sorcerer tribe and the other was from the succubus tribe. They used to be rivals. What are you trying to do here? Xianming said coldly. If you want to harm Yang Hongwu, I won't let you go. Whatever your goal is, I'll do the same, Heavenly Charm said with a faint smile. Cough, cough. Let's go in first. This is not the place to talk. Yang Hanwu let go of Gu Shaoxian and Yuji when he saw the two of them opposing each other. He coughed twice and said to Xianming and Tianmei, "Umph." The two of them did not want to be watched by others. At the same time, they snorted and walked inside. At this moment, the leader of Tian-E appeared. "Yang Hanwu, you're finally back." The leader of Tian-E did not seem surprised by Tianmei's appearance. Instead, he said to Tianmei and Xianming, "Seniors, please come in." "Master." Yang Hanwu bowed to the leader of Tian-E. In fact, the leader of Tian-E was Yang Hanwu's master. "Let's go." The Immortal Mansion ranking tournament is about to begin. This time, it concerns the survival of our Tian-E Immortal Mansion. At this point, the leader of Tian-E's expression was very serious. "What's wrong, master? Did something happen?" Yang Hanwu found it strange when he saw the leader of Tian-E's expression. Even if the Tian-E Immortal Mansion did not get first place in the ranking tournament, it shouldn't be a problem, right? After all, it concerned the survival of the Tian-E Immortal Mansion. Zetian came. The leader of Tian-E smiled bitterly. "If it wasn't for Senior Xianming, I'm afraid our Tian-E Immortal Mansion would have been doomed." Zetian's strength had increased too quickly. It was too terrifying. If it wasn't for the existence of Ancestor Xianming, Zetian would have attacked the Tian-E Immortal Mansion. There was another reason, and that was the death of the Tian-U emissary. Chapter 778. Entering the 5 extreme space, the increase in Zetian's strength was within Yang Hongwu's expectations. However, he didn't expect Zetian to become so powerful. If it wasn't for Xianming, the Qianni Immortal Mansion wouldn't have been able to protect itself. Yang Hanwu frowned and said, "Zetian's strength has become so powerful." "Yes, I didn't expect it either." The leader of the Qianni Immortal Mansion smiled bitterly. "However, it's fortunate that you've returned and have such a powerful helper." In fact, the appearance of Tianmei made the leader of the Qianni Immortal Mansion both worried and pleasantly surprised. With a powerful helper like Tianmei, even the expert behind Zetian might not be able to destroy the Qianni Immortal Mansion. After all, there were 2 great Emperor Realm experts guarding the Qianni Immortal Mansion. It was absolutely impossible to destroy the Qianni Immortal Mansion. The most important thing now was the 5 extreme space and the Immortal Mansion ranking battle. Entering the 5 extreme space this time was very dangerous. Not only did Yang Hongwu have to face opponents from the other 3 Immortal Mansions, but he also had to face the scheme of Sun Gong, the Supreme Elder of the Qianni Immortal Mansion. Yang Hongwu had killed the Sky Region's emissary, Sun Nung. Sun Gong wouldn't let go of this opportunity so easily. He would definitely take action in the 5 extreme space. This was because only the 5 extreme space could perfectly descend his will. As the Supreme Elder of the Qianni Immortal Mansion, although his cultivation hadn't broken through to the Great Emperor Realm, his fighting strength was very terrifying. His cultivation was infinitely close to the Great Emperor Realm. Even if his fighting strength wasn't as strong as a Great Emperor Realm expert, it wouldn't be too weak. Moreover, he had supreme treasures in his hands. Now, you don't have to worry about the safety of the Qianni Immortal Mansion. However, the 5 extreme space is very dangerous. You'll be in great danger this time. The leader of the Qianni Immortal Mansion said, "Now, apart from you, no one else is qualified to enter the 5 extreme space. The strength of the others is too weak. They'll just die if they enter." Qianni Immortal Mansion was a powerful sect in Ancient Domain. In fact, it used to be the #1 sect in Ancient Domain. But now, it didn't even have 2 outstanding geniuses among the younger generation of Ancient Domain. The only person who could possibly perform outstandingly in the 5 extremities space in the Immortal Palace ranking tournament was actually only one person. This was too ironic. Originally, there was still A.O. Qianni, but he hadn't thought that A.O. Qianni's soul Jade tablet would shatter. That proved that A.O. Qianni was dead. Although he had long known that A.O. Qianni had hidden many things from him, because he cherished talents, Leader Qianni had not made a move or pursued the matter. He had only hoped that A.O. Qianni would turn over a new leaf. But in the end, he did not even know how Ao Tianyi died. This made leader Tian extremely gloomy. He had originally wanted to raise Ao Tianyi as the successor of the Tian immortal abode, but now he had fallen to such a state. In other words, I'm the only one from our Tianyi immortal mansion that will be entering the immortal mansion ranking tournament. Yang Hongwu was startled when he heard his words. That's right. If the others go, they will only be a burden to you. It's better not to go, Leader Tianyi said. After all, this time was different from the previous years. In the previous years, there was no such ferocious guy like Zi Tian. That guy was very terrifying and ferocious. Once he encountered a disciple of the Tianyi Immortal Mansion, he would definitely not let them go easily. If they encountered him, they would definitely die. Although Yang Hongwu's strength was strong, his strength was not enough to defeat Zi Tian. He could only protect himself. Of course, this was just Leader Tianyi's guess. Therefore, there was no benefit for the others to enter the five-extremity space. It was better to let Yang Hongwu go alone without any burden. This time, it would depend on whether Yang Hongwu could obtain great benefits in the five-extremity space, increase his strength, and then suppress Zi Tian. Yang Hongwu was a person of great fortune. Leader Tianyi knew this and did not doubt it at all. As for the others, they were far from it. Actually, there's no need to be so worried. Yang Hongwu thought for a moment and said, I can still bring a few people in, but I can't guarantee their safety 100%. Whether they live or die depends on their luck. Okay. Leader Tianyi hesitated for a moment and said, Okay, it's up to them. Since Yang Hongwu said so, it proved that he still had some confidence. I can restrain Zi Tian. As for the others, their lives are up to fate. Are you confident? Leader Tianyi looked at Yang Hongwu. Although Yang Hongwu's tone was very confident, he was still a little worried. If it's not possible, you'd better think of yourself first. These words were very clear. He could ignore the others. If there was no other way, he only needed to take care of himself. After all, for Leader Tianyi and the Tianyi Immortal Mansion, as long as Yang Hongwu was still there, the Tianyi Immortal Mansion would not fail. Okay, Yang Hongwu nodded. 3 days later, Yang Hongwu brought Yuji and the others to the entrance of the five-extreme space. There wasn't only one entrance to the five-extreme space. Each of the 4 immortal mansions had one entrance, and there was another one that was jointly controlled by the other major forces of the ancient region. Are you ready? Leader Tianyi looked at the disciples of the Tianyi Immortal Mansion who were preparing to enter the five-extreme space with a serious tone. These disciples were the elites of the Tianyi Immortal Mansion, and they were all geniuses. However, he knew that less than 10% of these people would be able to survive after entering the five-extreme space. More than 50 people. It would be pretty good if only 5 of them could survive. However, he was a little surprised. Why would Yang Hongwu let Gu Shaoxian, Yuji, and even Little Miss Muddle enter the five-extreme space? Could it be that he was confident in protecting their safety? However, since Yang Hongwu didn't say anything, he didn't ask anymore. After all, everyone had their own trump cards and secrets. They wouldn't casually reveal them to others, not even the people closest to them. He just hoped that Yang Hongwu would do his best. I'm ready. I'll emphasize again. This time, the five-extreme space is filled with danger. It's very likely that you won't be able to come out after entering. Therefore, you must be mentally prepared. In fact, the biggest threat in the five-extreme space is not the natives of the five-extreme space, but the Zi Tian from the other 4 immortal mansions. Therefore, if you encounter the Zi Tian, you must avoid them as much as possible. Moreover, this time, your captain is Yang Hongwu. All of your actions must follow Yang Hongwu's command. Do you understand? Understood. Everyone replied loudly. Although some people were dissatisfied, they didn't dare to show it. Chapter 779. Parting ways with a flash of light. Yang Hongwu and the girls appeared in a special space. This was the five-extreme space. The five-extreme space was not as rich as imagined. Instead, it was very desolate. Divine consciousness is suppressed. Spiritual qi is thin. What do we do now? Many disciples of the Tianyi Immortal Abode looked at Yang Hongwu. After all, He was the leader of the Tiani immortal abode. Let's go. At this moment, someone waved his hand, and a group of people walked towards him. Yang Hanwu narrowed his eyes. This guy was really good at hiding. Xinyuan Qinglong, what do you mean by this? Gu Qingsong frowned. Are you going to disobey the leader's order? I don't believe that Yang Hanwu is unwilling to be his henchman. Xinyuan Qinglong said coldly. Why does he have to lead us? Just because he's the leader's disciple? Do you know that this 5 extreme space ranking battle is related to the future of the entire Tiani immortal abode? Gu Qingsong was furious. Xinyuan Qinglong, Gu Qingsong, and Ao Tiani were the 3 most outstanding disciples of the Tiani immortal abode. Due to Ao Tiani, Xinyuan Qinglong and Gu Qingsong were not well known, but many people still knew about them. So what? Do you want us to help Yang Hanwu? Xinyuan Qinglong sneered. I'm not that stupid to give my opportunity to him. We'll risk our lives for him, and he'll reap the benefits? That's right. Senior brother Xinyuan is right. We're not that stupid. The others who were with Xinyuan Qinglong echoed loudly. Yang Hongwu's eyes narrowed. He did not expect such a situation to occur as soon as he entered the 5 extreme space. However, this was nothing to Yang Hongwu. The fewer people there were, the less burden there would be. Yang Hongwu sensed a lot of special auras nearby. These auras should belong to the aboriginals of the 5 extreme space. These aboriginals were not weak. Apart from Xinyuan Qinglong, Gu Qingsong, and the others, there weren't many who could contend against him. Forget it, Gu Qingsong. They don't want to go with us, so there's no need to force them. Yang Hongwu waved his hand. But Gu Qingsong still wanted to say something, but Yang Hongwu waved his hand and said there's no need. They chose their own path. We can't force them. I'll do my best to ensure your safety. As for them, since they chose to leave, it's none of our business. You have to think about it carefully. The 5 extremities space is full of dangers. Although there are many opportunities in the 5 extremities space, there are also many dangers. The most important thing is that Zetian from the Tai Immortal Mansion is very powerful. You all know that. Once he encounters people from the Tiani Immortal Mansion, he will not show any mercy. Zetian's target is you. Do you think we don't know what you're thinking? Xinyuan Qinglong sneered. You want us to help you stop Zetian? What a good plan. Don't be fooled by him. I know Yang Hongwu and Zetian were sworn enemies in the ancient wilderness. Yang Hongwu used despicable means to set up Zetian. That's why Zetian hates him so much. This time, Zetian will deal with Yang Hongwu first in the 5 extreme space. If you follow Yang Hongwu, you'll be hunted down by Zetian. If you don't want to die and become Yang Hongwu's cannon fodder, I advise you to leave with me. Xinyuan Qinglong's performance made Yang Hongwu's eyes flash with a cold light. This guy is really not simple. Not only did he take some people away, but he also wanted to incite the remaining disciples. Those who want to stay can stay. Those who don't, I won't force you. It's up to you to choose whether to trust me or Xinyuan Qinglong. Yang Hongwu smiled gently, not giving any explanation to Xinyuan Qinglong's words. As soon as he finished speaking, some people walked towards Xinyuan Qinglong. There weren't many people left by Yang Hongwu's side. Apart from Yang Hongwu's woman, the others were Gu Qingsong. They were all disciples of Tianling Peak and God-Slaying Peak. All of you, take care of yourselves. After Yang Hongwu finished speaking, he waved his hand and led the rest of the people forward. Damn it! Xinyuan Qinglong and the others are too despicable. Gu Qingsong was furious. They actually went against the leader's words. Yang Hongwu was very surprised that Gu Qingsong stayed behind. Don't worry about it. Yang Hongwu smiled. It's actually better if there are fewer people. I don't need to spend so much effort. Yang Hongwu waved his hand and Mao appeared on his shoulder. Mao strength had also improved tremendously. Her cultivation base had already reached the honorable realm. In fact, at this level, the cat could already transform. It was just that the cat liked to stay on Yang Hongwu's body, on his shoulder. Therefore, even if the cat's strength had reached the level of transformation, it still turned into its original form and did not transform into a human. Brother, there's a place with rich spiritual chi up ahead. Mauer said, "Let's go there first." Yang Hongwu's eyes lit up. The five extreme space was full of danger. Ordinary places had much thinner spiritual qi than Tianyi Immortal Abode. However, if they encountered a place with rich spiritual qi, there would definitely be treasures. If it wasn't spiritual herbs, then it would be some other treasures. There might even be the inheritance of some super experts. There was once someone who obtained the inheritance of an invincible great emperor in the five extreme space. What did an invincible great emperor mean? This was something that everyone knew. All the disciples who came in, without exception, hoped that they could obtain the supreme inheritance and obtain great benefits. We should be careful. Gu Qingsong said, "Junior brother Yang, I know that you're powerful. However, this is a strange place after all. We're not familiar with the people and the place. Moreover, this place is full of danger. It's always good to be careful. I think we should send someone to investigate first. After making sure there's no big threat, the others will go together." It doesn't matter. Yang Hongwu's tone was very confident. If there's any problem or danger, I'll protect everyone. Moreover, it's more dangerous to go alone. It's better for everyone to move together. Since Yang Hongwu had said so, Gu Qingsong didn't say anything more. However, a few rays of light flashed in his eyes. Although these rays of light were hidden very deeply, they were still caught by Yang Hongwu. Chapter 780. Strange Beasts. The group soon reached the vicinity. "This is a small spirit gathering platform," Gu Qingsong said. "I didn't expect our luck to be so good. We found a spirit gathering platform as soon as we entered." Yang Hongwu knew about the spirit gathering platform. Before entering, Leader Tianyi had told Yang Hongwu many things about the five extreme spaces and the places to pay attention to. The spirit gathering platform was a very mysterious place in the five extreme spaces. The spirit qi here was rich and very suitable for cultivation. Generally speaking, there would be some benefits in the spirit gathering platform. It could be a spirit herb, a pill, or some other kind of treasure. Moreover, cultivating in the spirit gathering platform could improve one's strength greatly. However, a small spirit gathering platform could only accommodate 3 people at most. Moreover, there was only one chance. As for the treasures in the spirit gathering platform, it would depend on one's luck. There must be treasures in every spirit gathering platform, but it was not certain whether one could obtain them. This small spirit gathering platform can only accommodate 3 people. How should we distribute it? Gu Qingsong looked at Yang Hongwu and asked, "Let senior brother Yang distribute it," the disciples of Heavenly Spirit Peak and God-Destroying Peak said. "I think we should let senior brother Yang cultivate alone. We'll stand guard outside," Little Miss Muddle said at this moment. Yes, Little Miss Muddle is right. The stronger senior brother Yang is, the safer we will be. We will get more benefits later on. So I agree with Little Miss Muddle, Zhou Ryu said. Zhou Ryu was a disciple of Heavenly Spirit Peak. She was the most talented disciple in Heavenly Spirit Peak besides Gu Shaoxian and Little Miss Muddle. Gu Qingsong nodded at this moment. I think so too. All the disciples present nodded. The first spirit gathering platform was found by Yang Hongwu. Moreover, Yang Hongwu was the strongest. Even if someone had an idea, they would not show it. After all, they knew how terrifying Yang Hongwu's combat strength was. Back in Tianyi Immortal Abode, he killed the Tianyu emissary in one move. How terrifying was the Sky Region emissary. Even in the entire Tianyi Immortal Mansion, almost no one could defeat him. However, he was killed by Yang Hongwu, which showed how terrifying his cultivation was. Moreover, the emissary of the Tianyi Divine Palace was an emissary sent by the Tianyi Divine Palace. He had a high status in the Tianyi Divine Palace. It could be seen that Yang Hongwu was definitely not a soft-hearted person. If they offended him, they would definitely be beheaded. Yang Hongwu chuckled and said, "Although this spiritual altar is good, it won't be of much use to me. Therefore, I don't need to enter it to cultivate. It would be a waste to give it to me. Zhou Ryu, Gu Qingsong, Chen Wangyu, the 3 of you go in." Gu Qingsong was the strongest. Chen Wangyu was a disciple of the God-Slaying Peak, and Zhou Ryu was a disciple of the Heavenly Spirit Peak. Therefore, it was very appropriate for the three of them to cultivate in the spiritual altar. As for the treasures in the spiritual altar, it will depend on the three of you. Whoever gets it will keep it. How can we do that? Zhou Ryu hurriedly said. This spiritual altar was discovered by Senior Brother Yang. It should be given to Senior Brother Yang. Moreover, the leader said that we should do our best to assist Senior Brother Yang. We should not compete with Senior Brother Yang for resources and let Senior Brother Yang help us. It's fine. I said that this spiritual altar is dispensable to me. On the contrary, if I give it to you, it can greatly improve your strength. Yang Hongwu said, therefore, you don't have to refuse. Since Senior Brother Yang has said so, don't refuse. At this time, Gu Shaoxian spoke. Everyone in the Tianyi Divine Palace knew that Gu Shaoxian had become Yang Hongwu's woman. Moreover, Gu Shaoxian was the eldest disciple of the Heavenly Spirit Peak. The entire Heavenly Spirit Peak, and even the elders would listen to her words. If we get the treasures in the spiritual altar, we will give them to Senior Brother Yang. Zhou Ryu said. The other two nodded. All right, let's not waste any more time. Go in and cultivate. Yang Hongwu said. In a flash, the three of them entered the spiritual altar to cultivate. Suddenly, a cold light shot out from Yang Hongwu's eyes. He grabbed at the void with his big hand. Boom! With a loud sound, a terrifying beast appeared in front of everyone. There's a beast guarding it. Yang Hongwu was shocked. This beast was not weak. It looked like a wolf, but not a wolf. It had sharp teeth and a pair of sharp horns on its head. Everyone back off. Yang Hongwu waved his big hand and protected everyone behind him. Let me practice. At this time, Gu Shaoxian said. Okay. Yang Hongwu nodded. Although this ferocious beast's strength was not bad, it was not far from Gu Shaoxuan's. It was indeed suitable for her to practice. You have to be careful. This beast is not simple. Pay attention to its pair of horns. Yang Hongwu reminded. Don't worry. Gu Shaoxian nodded and made a series of mysterious hand seals with both hands. A huge formation plate flew out from the top of her head. Gu Shaoxian was a formation master. With Yang Hongwu's help, her strength had improved by leaps and bounds. Her formation skills had even surpassed Yang Hongwu's. Now, Gu Shaoxian had become a 9th grade formation master. The strength of a 9th grade formation master was comparable to a venerable powerhouse. Once the power of the formation burst out, it would be very terrifying. The formation plate in front of them was created by Gu Shaoxian with a lot of resources and energy. It was the Heavenly Light Demon Slaying Formation. The huge formation shrouded the ferocious beast. Powerful saber lights burst out and bombarded the ferocious beast. Trapped in the formation, the beast seemed to be very crazy. Its body kept growing, and the horns on its head flickered with arcs of light. Oh no! Suddenly, Yang Hongwu had a bad feeling in his heart. His expression changed. At this moment, a shadow penetrated the formation and directly attacked Gu Shaoxian. Yang Hongwu's figure flashed and activated the power of void travel. He appeared in front of Gu Shaoxian in an instant. However, he was still a step too late. Gu Shaoxuan's body shook, and she was sent flying. On her right arm, there was a huge bloody wound. Her clothes were stained red with blood. Yang Hongwu hugged her tightly, blaming himself in his heart. Xina, are you all right? He fed Gu Shaoxian a pill. Yang Hongwu did not expect that the beast would have such a terrifying secret technique. It was impossible to guard against it. I'm fine. Gu Shaoxian forced a smile on her face and said to Yang Hongwu, don't worry. You have to be careful. This beast's attack is very strange. Have a good rest. I'll avenge you. At this moment, Yang Hongwu's killing intent was boiling. He was too careless. Chapter 781. Sky Beast's sect. The furious Yang Hongwu suddenly turned into a thunderbolt and punched out. A huge lightning bolt pierced through the void and bombarded the beast. Bang! The huge lightning bolt heavily bombarded the giant beast's body. Kacha-kacha! The giant beast suffered Yang Hongwu's powerful punch, and its whole body was sent flying. The terrifying power of lightning raged wildly in its body. This time, Yang Hongwu used a set of fist techniques evolved from the rushing thunder hand. It integrated the power of lightning into the rushing thunder fist. This rushing thunder fist contained the supreme power of lightning. This was a fist technique created by Yang Hongwu during this period of time. It was very domineering. Although it was the first time he used it, it seemed very mature and powerful. Rushing thunder sky. That fierce beast, seeing Yang Hongwu's ferocious strength and terrifying strength, wanted to escape. However, how could Yang Hongwu let it go? He used the rushing thunder fist again. With the rushing thunder sky, his body seemed to turn into a bolt of lightning. A dazzling light burst out, as if even the sky was about to be pierced through. Gotcha! With a crisp sound, the giant beast's head was smashed open. Bastard! A furious voice sounded. Yang Hongwu frowned. This fierce beast actually had a master. This made Yang Hongwu even more annoyed. It seemed that this time, someone wanted to deal with him. At first, Yang Hongwu thought that the person was Zetian. However, Zetian had just entered the 5 extreme space. How could he find him so quickly and send someone to deal with him? If it was not Zetian, who could it be? Among the 4 major immortal mansion, none of the sects could control fierce beasts. Could it be the 1,000 Beasts sect? He had no enmity with the 1,000 Beasts sect. At this time, a man in a beast robe appeared. This man was riding on a tall, strange beast. This strange beast was exactly the same as the one that was just killed. You dare to kill my strange beast. Do you know that you are courting death? Wan Lianshan looked at Yang Hongwu with surging killing intent and said coldly, "Kill yourself." So arrogant. This guy was really arrogant. Yang Hongwu sneered and said, "You want me to kill myself? Do you have the qualifications? You should go die yourself." Since he was an enemy, Yang Hongwu would not be merciful. Stun God Finger, a huge finger appeared. It was condensed from Yang Hongwu's majestic magical power. It was full of domineering power and mysterious aura. It was as if the finger of the arcane god realm had broken through the void and arrived. The golden light shrouded Thunder Sky Beast sect. This aura made Wan Lianshan feel as if he couldn't resist it. Giant Beast Sky raising. Wan Lianshan, who felt that his life was in danger, shot out a ray of light from his eyes. With a wave of his right hand, a jade tablet appeared. The jade tablet instantly turned into an even taller giant beast. This giant beast had a horn on its head, and it erupted with a terrifying power. The giant beast and the giant finger collided, and an earth-shattering sound was heard. The ground collapsed, and the void seemed to be unable to withstand the impact of this terrifying power. The ground continued to collapse. It was like waves, collapsing layer by layer. The giant beast was pushed back, and Yang Hongwu's stunned Godfinger was also scattered. Alien Human Tribe. Wan Lianshan looked at Yang Hongwu with an even more ferocious look. He did not expect that he would not meet someone from the 5 extreme spaces, but an alien human tribe. To the people of the 5 extreme spaces, Yang Hongwu and the others belonged to the alien tribe. They hated the alien tribe. Aboriginal. Yang Hongwu was also very shocked. This guy's strength was really terrifying. His attack just now had not hurt him at all. Since you're from the alien tribe, then all the more you should die. Another jade tablet appeared in his hand. There was a shadow with a terrifying aura on it. A terrifying aura was emitted from the jade token. Yang Hongwu's expression changed. The aura of this jade tablet was much more terrifying than the one he had just released. Use Yama's invitation. Sure Bauer's voice sounded in Yang Hongwu's ears. Yama's invitation? That's right. Yama's invitation was actually refined in the 5 extreme spaces. Sure Bao continued. Back when Emperor Yin Luo was in the 5 extreme space, he forcefully extracted the essence of the 5 extreme space in order to refine the Yama's invitation. Hence, the Yama's invitation can unleash great power in the 5 extreme space. Yang Hongwu was very surprised by Sure Bauer's words. Yama's invitation was actually refined in the 5 extreme spaces and contained the origin source of the 5 extreme spaces. This was really hard to imagine. Yang Hongwu waved his hand, and the Yama's invitation flew out of his spiritual abode. It turned into a huge catalog that was filled with a supreme aura. The aura of Yama Demon? Wan Lianshan's expression changed when he felt the aura of the Yama's invitation released by Yang Hongwu. Yama Demon was Emperor Yama. Back then, Emperor Yama had broken into the 5 extreme spaces with his domineering strength and forcefully seized the sacred source of the 5 extreme spaces. Back then, he had used this huge catalog. Could this alien tribe human be Yama Demon's disciple? Wan Lianshan, who was originally full of confidence, felt a trace of fear. There was no other way. Yama Demon's reputation was too terrifying. As Yama Demon's disciple, this young man's strength was definitely not that simple. However, he quickly calmed down. Even if this alien tribe human was Yama Demon's disciple, his cultivation was too high. He was only in the venerable realm. The difference in strength was huge. Wan Lianshan's strength had already reached the peak of the venerable realm. Moreover, he had a heavenly beast in his hands. Heavenly beasts were very powerful. They could even kill martial artists in the saint realm. It should be enough to deal with this kid. If he could kill him and seize the Yama's invitation in his hands, his strength would increase by leaps and bounds. At that time, he would have a chance to become a saint realm disciple. In the 5 extreme spaces, the 5 extreme spaces was a place that all cultivators in the 5 extreme spaces yearned for. There, one could obtain countless treasures, countless resources, and supreme cultivation techniques to cultivate. The disciples of the 5 extreme spaces had a high status and great strength. However, the 5 extreme spaces had very strict requirements to recruit disciples. Only geniuses with outstanding aptitudes were qualified to enter. However, it was obvious that Wan Lianshan was too weak. Even if he was the son of the Thousand Beast sect leader, he was not qualified to enter the 5 extreme spaces. However, this was his biggest opportunity. If he could kill the young man in front of him and obtain the Yama's invitation in his hands, becoming a disciple of the 5 extreme spaces would definitely not be difficult. You're tuning in to the Warrior Lore YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.